I don't speak because, like, obviously I'm awkward as shit, so yeah. This whole streaming thing's gonna take getting used to. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I ended up not like I didn't end up buying a webcam or anything. So what I did is I like ghetto rigged my phone into being a webcam for this. Yeah, it's been a while since we talked. In all honesty. Yeah, that shit blew up really quick. Didn't end up going anywhere, so I kind of dropped it. Yeah, so was I. Ain't too big of a deal though. Nah, it's been pretty quiet over here. Nothing really happening at all. Like, cause in all honesty, like most of the time I'm at work or like I'm at home chilling with my roommates. Like I don't do shit. I work in tech support at my university, so like I'm there fixing people's computers and shit. But the decent thing is that we don't work on weekends, so it's just Monday through Friday. Yeah, it's a pretty decent job. Work like 28 hours a week, some shit like that. Yeah, I definitely feel that. Like, my summer's been pretty dead for the most part. Next month, I think me and a couple of my roommates are going up to Michigan, so that should be interesting. Oh shit! What? Wait, you got your associates or your bachelors? Decent. I'm still in the process of trying to get my bachelor's. I'll probably, in all honesty, I'll probably end up here for another year after. Like, I'll probably end up here for a fifth year. Yeah, we're going for like the 4th of July weekend when we go up there. Yeah, we only just planned it. We're gonna go to like some beach up there and we're like camping and shit. It'll be interesting. Also, quick question, like both of the audios are working like on your end, right? The my mic audio and then the audio from the video itself, correct? And no, I've never been to Michigan. It's one of the few states around me I actually have never been to. Decent. Let's see. What the hell? No, I actually haven't been writing in a good minute. Yeah, it's because I accidentally added a second channel on my audio. Because I was trying to fix the audio for the video, because I don't know why that's acting like that.
Well, there was a Marvel MMO at one point.
That's right.
There was the game whose name escapes me right now, but it was from the original creators of EverQuest. Well, there was a Marvel MMO at one point. There were several, and none of them made True Fantasy Live Online way back. The name escapes me right now, but it was from the original creators of EverQuest. But now we finally have them. There was a Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, we have Black Desert now. We have.
There were several, and none of them made True Fantasy Live
Online.
Online way back.
And
The name escapes me right now, but it was from the original creators.
I don't think it'll ever happen. That's one that I've been back into a lot recently.
Okay,
Trying to get through before the big content drop, which should be like near or after E3.
I kind of want to play it. Some of my friends play it, and it looks.
This is not what it looks like at all.
Black Desert?
This is like hot off, very polished for
Oh,
trailer.
not this.
Yeah. Oh.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 14 is
Sorry.
fantastic.
Yeah, I know a lot of my friends are super
Are you
into
excited
it,
for the
so.
new?
I'm not that far
Expansion?
yet. I'm about to get into the really good content, so I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now we have a world premiere. One of several.
Cigar, the game. Is this Devil May Cry?
Yeah.
I swear,
Another
I
one
fixed
that
one
turned out
issue and then
excellently.
another thing comes
One
up.
five.
Very, very good game.
We haven't had a game that Brandon Tyrell reviewed in quite a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were all in the beginning of the
We
conference.
front loaded, yeah. I'm very interested by this. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but this seems like it's just sort of good fun, you know?
Do you like fighting games?
Silly. Yeah,
this
I
sort
mean,
of-
I like
yeah.
hack and slash.
Yeah.
As much hate as it gets, I actually enjoyed Dante's Inferno,
Yeah. It's that style
God
of
of
combat.
War, Bayonetta, hack and slash.
God of War definitely doesn't get hate. That game was.
No,
They
no.
nailed like what they were going for.
I think one of my favorite things about this is its attitude. I just like it a lot. It's just very cheesy emo.
Yeah, I feel like this
Fighting
game
boys.
doesn't care if you
Okay,
like
is
it
that
or
any
not.
better?
and I appreciate that. It's comfortable with it.
So good.
You know?
Yeah.
It knows what it is, and it just leaned into
Boy,
it.
this is
and
one
it-
heck of a Tinder profile for this
Yeah.
game. It's comfortable with who it is. Doesn't care what other people think.
Doesn't have time for games.
It
serious,
likes long walks on the beach.
serious messages only.
I gotta play this game more.
All right.
But first, I gotta finish Tales of Vesperia, definitive edition.
Are you just talking in his voice right now?
No.
What, no monologue? Have you finished Tales of Vesperia?
Oh, that boss is so goofy. He has a mouth in the middle of his stomach.
Nice.
And eats cars and stuff. It's really, really cool. Yeah.
Capcom's had a lot of good stuff going on for them recently.
Pardon?
The Capcom's had a lot of good stuff going on for them.
Yeah, they've really turned it around.
Good call.
There was a time there where I know a lot of us, we talked about this many times, and a lot of us were worried for that. What are you
I'm just
doing,
trying to play
publisher?
around with settings.
Well, it's just
I
remaster after
can't exactly
remaster, and
tell
started-
what the deal is.
Well, now I don't know
Sure.
what the rest of the show is.
That's still a bullet in their chamber for sure, but like they're coming out with some really good stuff these days. Hey, speaking of,
They have a monster profile. Monster Hunter.
Well, not at E3. This year.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, maybe, no, probably not yet. I don't
Well,
know.
they have an expansion coming out. They just did a live stream for it. Yes. Well,
Well-
Reese and.
it was on.
Yes, so there's supposed to be more about that expansion at E3.
Oh, okay. There
If
you
it hasn't already been discussed. Who knows? Time is a mystery. Woo!
And it
Just keep-
turned out excellent.
Yeah, just keep making good games like this. Like God of War, Mortal Kombat was good this year. We've had a pretty good year thus far, just starting out, and I'm excited to see what the rest of the year holds, especially at E3.
Yes.
We had these guys here for launch day. He was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remembered.
Matt Walker.
Yeah.
Alright, is that any better?
Our Mark Medina brought him in, and we have a few clip-outs on IGN. If you guys want to Google DMC5 IGN, he had some cool stuff to say about the game. And Mitchell Saltzman's gameplay.
Yeah.
He gave him props. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that was really cool.
Yeah.
All right, thank God, because I was
Yeah.
messing with
Who
the
thought
settings.
he
I
was
didn't know
playing?
how the
He's
hell I was
pretty
gonna
good.
fix this.
Oh, that is.
Star reviewer, you know.
Yeah.
Still deliver that amazing gameplay that Devil May Cry is known for. And we think that we made something that feels better than any action game we've ever created.
And you're right.
Hold on.
It's a lot of shoulder touching.
It may be scripted. I don't know.
Do you think?
I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
what this is
Let's talk more
the
about that
yearly
right
press
now.
conference that they
I
do
could
to
never
announce
in
like
a
new
million
games and
years
stuff.
as much
So pretty much what
effectively
it
public
is
speaking as I do, even
to
though
describe it in
it's
layman's
into
terms,
microphones.
is
I think
this is
I could never
it's
get
pretty much like
on a
Christmas for nerds.
stage
They announce a bunch of games for the
in
year.
front of people that don't
Pretty
speak
much
my
anything
native
that's slated
language,
between now and the
try to
holiday season.
do
And
something
it's like a
without
big thing
scripting.
each year.
Oh, they nail it.
Today
Like,
is
the cadence
Xbox.
is
Tomorrow,
perfect, and, the
Nintendo
tone.
is
It was really
doing
fun.
their live stream, but I
message
won't
your fans
be
too.
able to stream
Very
that
rare.
because
Yeah,
I'll be at work
yeah.
tomorrow. So
Don't dance with the devil. What was it called?
Cuphead? It was called Cuphead?
No, the expansion.
They just put it up there.
The delicious.
Delicious
Don't Dance with the
Last
Devil was the name of the core game.
The subhead. Okay.
Since this, it has come to the Switch.
Yes, gloriously.
Yeah.
Such a good game for a Switch port.
Just happy to see the studio succeed and succeed again.
Absolutely.
all right, how about now?
I remember when this was announced, I think it was like so cool of the style that they chose to go with for this, but dang.
Such an interesting story too. That whole developer team.
Here it is.
Yeah, but like I was saying, this is just one of those things where they announce all the new games for the year, and then they'll like come out between now and like the holiday season. So today's Xbox, tomorrow's Nintendo. So I won't be able to stream that one because I'll be at work tomorrow during the live stream. So
Isometric.
Legend Zelda.
And I was like, oh yeah, it's Legend of Zelda, but if Link was a fox.
Yeah.
And
like-
who doesn't want that?
Like, so Link is cuter? Sure. Let's play.
It's really cool. It
Like,
does
why is
that.
he even wearing green? Like,
Yeah.
It does that cool thing that like Fez really did really well, where you could change the isometric camera angle.
Yeah.
But this does it to a certain degree where you can bend.
Hey, what's
around
up, Lee?
corners and get
Oh.
different perspectives.
Yeah, I love games that the Paper Mario series.
Yeah.
Did a lot of that earlier on, and I'm just glad to see other developers find inspiration from games that do those sort of things. This is a lot. What was it? Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite games, but I can't remember the name of when I talk off the cuff.
We haven't seen this game in a year. We haven't
Since
seen it
Yeah.
since E3.
Yeah.
But Brandon, weren't you telling me that when you covered this game, it's effectively one person developing it for the most
Yeah,
part?
it's. I apologize, I can't remember his name, but
Frank.
I want to say it's like Andrew Shell something, but it's one guy minus some freelance music and stuff that he does.
Yeah.
He works with the music team.
There it is.
hey Lee, did you see yesterday they announced that whatchamacallit, Sakurai announced at the Smash tournament that they were going to be revealing the new Smash DLC tomorrow. Well, I mean, I know you don't have Ultimate, but still, they're revealing the new character tomorrow, or I think potentially they could do it today since the rumors that it's a Microsoft rep.
There's real power in our shared experience. Sharing the same world, the same seasons, the same campaigns. And there's real meaning in sharing our love of gaming with fellow gamers. This community is the reason why we love premiering games here at E3. For the rest of our briefing, everything we show you will be world premiere games no one has seen before.
ooh.
Yay. Spoilers, we've all seen these before.
It's 2019 now.
Yeah, he announced it last night. What the ongoing rumor is that either the character is going to end up being a Dragon Quest character or it's going to end up being Banjo-Kazooie.
Phil.
People really love that game. Still.
I don't know. I have no memory of this
She
concept.
could only see my face right
Jump
now.
in. Brandon.
Still,
Do I have to force it into
I
the
mean,
frame?
anime fighters can be cool,
oh.
but this was not it.
Yeah, that's probably why I tuned it out.
It got really cool characters too. Like having Yugi as a fighter, it's a big deal. But you know,
And you.
I swear I bought this fucking game and I played it a handful of times and kind of fell out of it.
you do some things, yeah.
It was a Yu-Gi-Oh!
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, I know.
They are a force who
Luffy.
jumps.
Goku, Vegeta. I think.
No.
Which one's
But
that?
actually, I might start playing this game again when they add, because they're adding All Might for My Hero, so I might play then, because they're supposed to be adding All Might and
Yeah,
Bakugo.
okay,
Fine
Dustin,
to be in
who's this guy?
Luffy.
Okay.
That's right.
Who's that guy?
Goku.
Who's that guy?
The other Goku.
No, that's James Vanderbeek.
Oh my
See-
goodness.
Who's?
So this did not ultimately ended up turning out super great.
Yeah, and I mean, we could see from the first previews too that it was rough. Like the first time I played it, it just felt so dry. Like I'm not even a really big fighting game person. I'm very casual about how I approach them, and it was just so lacking that I was like.
Hey, Lee, so
is
how
this
was
just not
your,
ready to be
like,
shown?
getting
is it so
games
early?
restarted
And it
going,
came out, and, I mean, obviously it changed a bit, but it still wasn't super.
like, how far are you into Pokemon and Fire Emblem, or have you not started yet?
Oh, that's right. There's a Death
Yeah.
Note tease.
So
Yeah,
like there
definitely
was
simple, like-
technical issues too.
Yeah, like some things didn't seem like they were working properly, but I could also just not have been doing it right. But
No, I mean-
I don't know.
I didn't play it. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I mean, that
Come
was
on, guys,
also
it's a
back,
world premiere.
back here, but anyway, I hope we get another cool Shonen Jump big character roster thing. I think they're adding All Might from My Hero.
Ooh.
Anyway,
I must have blacked out during this conference.
You'll remember at least one of the reveals that have yet to come.
yeah.
Really?
Which one could it be? Do you remember what this is, Brandon?
Hold on.
It has zombies in it.
Hold on. This is Dying Light?
Yep.
Hey.
Two, which I don't think we've heard a lot about this one, right?
Not
We-
much.
no,
Yeah,
we
they've
haven't.
been-
It's
they've
kinda
been
gotten
really
quiet.
Posted a sort of battle royale match that didn't go so well for Mr. Destin, but people were really interested to see it. For Dying Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fire Emblem's not too incredibly long to play through the story. I still need to finish
Parkour.
my Revelations playthrough that I started a couple months ago. I'm about halfway through it, I think. I think I might be on like chapter
I mean, if you
8.
start with parkour, it's like
Yeah.
immediate attention
Yeah,
grabber.
I
And
think they
then
may
next
be
month the new
murdered.
Fire Emblem comes out, so I'll probably end up picking that up and putting a few hours into it.
Yeah.
No, it's like
But there are
parkour
only a
into
few games
into
into
murder.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, it's a transition. You know, it's
Someone's,
beautiful.
if someone's parkouring, it's either Dying Light or Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, yeah.
If you smash someone's head, I mean, welcome to the last decade of video games.
The fact that, for the most part, it took you guys a little while to remember this, something didn't connect with this reveal for most people, I think. For us, anyway.
I think
Dying Light, the first one was fantastic.
Yeah, it's really well done. Tech Lane.
I'm fully confident that Dying Light 2 is going to be great, just as great as the original.
Yeah, the
I just wanna see
grinding
how it
really
evolves.
gets to you.
Looks like you can make
I mean,
voices
it's not
actually impact the
incredibly
world,
horrible,
everything
but
based
it's
on everything
kind of
that we
grindy
saw
towards the
and
end game.
I think that's what Chris's presentation here was about, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Talking about the tech.
Chris has a pretty long history in games.
Primarily with Obsidian.
Yeah.
He was the longtime Obsidian writer and designer. He wrote,
He wrote Baldur's Gate.
yeah, Knights of the Old Republic 2. Planescape Torment's a big one. That's always regarded as one of the best written games ever.
Same with Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate has gone down as like having some of the best writing in games.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're doing this ahead of the show. Imagine we had done this like the day before it aired, and then we sat through like a 20-hour day.
We're all
You know?
exhausted.
Yeah. Oh, hey guys. Oh my God, there's so much work to do. Oh, good.
Ah, a
Chris,
bit
it was,
more light.
It was revealed later.
I know
Chris-
you're all dying for more detail.
Chris is writing.
too.
He's writing a bit on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order as well.
Yeah.
Cool. He does a lot of work.
you know what I like in this demo? It's a very good presence.
I mean,
of
honestly,
sound
like
in there.
in Fates, like the child units, they're
It's a good
mostly the best units in the game, so like it's not bad to start there. Like, sure, you can make some broken builds for some of the main cast, but some of the children in the game are insane.
Oh, hey, public
Man,
property, man.
I don't know why I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I know why, because I was doing
Wait,
capture.
what just they loop it?
Nothing frustrates me more.
Okay, no broken arms. Parkour.
I hate it during gameplay presentations when they cut back to the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a few conferences where I'm like, get the camera back on.
Sony was notorious for that for a few years.
Yeah.
Well, especially last
was-
year's conference.
Well, I don't want to talk.
Ooh. Yeah.
Like, this is fine. This is a good transitional graphic. Show the stage or whatever
As long as
you're
you
doing
keep the
this for.
B-roll in frame.
Yeah. But now we're back in gameplay. Stay on the gameplay.
Yeah.
Sorry, the producer in my head goes crazy when like it's a really action-packed moment that's really exciting. and then
Literally,
we cut
there's
to a
some
line.
pretty
three,
fucking
go back
broken
to three,
builds.
yeah.
Back to 3.
Don't go back
Shit,
to
like Mike
three. What are you
Hiragi, like
talking
he was a
about?
crit
Alright, let's
machine,
punch it.
and
Punch it on
because
Chris.
I put
Punch it on Chris.
Takumi with Camilla, and his attack stat was insane, and then he was getting crits off of it, so like he was one-shotting damn near everything.
Yeah, see? Transitionary B-roll, smart time to show the stage. Well,
I
and
started
producer.
school August 20-something, I think.
Oh my goodness.
He's got a good stance. Good presentation.
I'll be curious if this ends up being like 30 plus hours the way the first one was, or if it'll sort of tighten up a bit since they're doing a bit more choice-driven gameplay and sort of
Yeah.
say, well, it's it's 15 hours, but you can replay it 17
Yeah.
times.
See, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of like go back and take different avenues and
Yeah.
experience different things.
I
Because
think
the crux of it is still going to be the same.
right. I think that's great if you really love the game.
Or if
Yeah.
it's
You're
like
super
procedurally
invested.
generated. It kind of depends on how much.
Yeah, that's always what I did
Yeah.
too, Lee.
I wanna be able to play through
That's
games
like
all
what I
good
did through all of my
and get
playthroughs.
points.
His attack got up
Able to
pretty
slow
high, and
down
then
and do
putting
all that good and make it the
shit, I
worst
can't even remember
game
what
I
skills I
ever
would put on him, but
The
like
thing
it
is,
was
like,
insane.
Think about choicing
Like I
games.
said, like high crits, and then like pretty much one-shotting everything between Hagen Lethality, Astra.
No, that's fine. I was thinking just with choicing
Like I said, I
games,
can't remember
whenever
100%
think
what I
about,
put on
actually
them.
Going back and replaying, I really only do that for visual novels because it lets me skip all the
Oh.
scenes.
Yeah.
Like, just let me go. We can keep talking. Oh
Yeah. A thing crashed in a rock. That's it.
yeah. There we go.
We haven't heard about this in a year.
Brought to you by
Yeah.
Rare. This
Almost forgot about this.
This will definitely be on the stage this year.
This is their open world.
Solid bet.
Get out.
So this is an external developer and Rare's working with them, but this is primarily made not by Rare.
What is that dev's name?
It might come up here on the. I think it was a newer studio.
Something weird, yeah.
I assume so.
And by weird, I mean pretty unique.
You know, that was probably the
Supposed to be out this
only
year, according to
announcement
that.
from last year's Xbox E3 that I actually enjoyed. Like, everything else that Xbox announced last year was pretty disappointing, in all honesty. Because Crackdown turned out to be a complete disappointment compared to what it could have been.
Oh,
No,
Not for
come
Battletoads.
on, you Battletoads. Get that.
oh, this is Just Cause 4.
Battletoads gets weird.
Does it?
Dumb joke. Yeah.
I just pop out of the water.
Okay, here's what I don't understand about Just Cause's marketing. It's all about like, I was a boy and I must get my revenge. But really, gameplay is just blowing things up
like
and
air horns.
like grab launching things together. It's
Yeah.
They really lean into it. Just Cause 4 was just as dumb fun as
Yeah,
the
it's
other
great.
ones. I don't think we get a Just Cause for a while.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably going to be. I mean, it'll be a next gen game at this point.
Yeah. Where do you go from flying a 747?
Yeah,
to a
I always end
tornado?
up leaving my
I don't know
core
what
in
they
to
do.
be
Question. That's a
I
good
always end up
question.
leaving
It's
him
the age-old
as a
question.
It's the
noble.
Saints Row
Like I never
predicament.
reclass
Yeah.
him into anything else.
At some
I just don't see
point,
the need to, in
There's
all
nothing
honesty.
else to do.
I mean, the samurai class is pretty
Well,
fucking
we've
great.
covered
Or like if
everything.
I had
We
to
have-
choose
we have
something else, I'd probably go
tornadoes.
with sniper.
Sometimes it's okay for things to end.
Yeah.
That's true
Learn
too.
something new.
Could be new IP. You never know.
But only if they stop making money.
Just remaster it in like 5 years.
But the only reason I go with sniper is because I generally play a lot of crit builds
Pretty well.
on most
Yeah, it did well.
games
Yeah.
that allow it.
Was it Stapleton?
I'm
Let's
not
just
sure.
say it was Stan Stapleton.
Well, he reviewed 3,
He at least edited the review.
Yeah.
Was involved.
Yeah.
I remember Dan reviewed Just Cause 3. Dan, our reviews editor.
That one did have some technical.
He
Well,
really,
on
really liked
console,
PC, but console struggled. Yeah. Particularly the PS or the Xbox One.
I don't remember which, but both of them really.
Yeah. They fixed whatever happened.
So Lee, also, when are you looking at getting a Switch?
Oh.
Oh, this,
okay,
so this is
Yeah.
a right?
I was bracing myself. I was like, I'm pretty sure I remember what's next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh.
Everyone's like, yeah, what?
So, I love Gears. I do not love Funko.
I also do not.
Oh, come on!
Oh no, please stop.
People collect these things, and I'm like, why?
My effing tomatoes!
No!
To each their own.
That's really good, but also, no. Yeah, I mean, like,
Funko?
people love them,
Yeah.
but like,
The only Funko I've ever owned is Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China.
yeah, so like, I have a Cortana one that got like way before they were super popular.
Yeah.
And then I bought one recently because there's a special edition limited rainy Pikachu where Pikachu is very sad, and it kind of it looks like Funko, but not like the typical Funko. Anyway, I can tell you guys about collectibles.
The only
all
one I've
day.
ever owned
Yeah,
is Cortana
Rod,
and
okay,
depressed
okay, guys.
Pikachu.
Rod is on stage. Let's focus on him.
Mr. Ferguson, take it away.
We had no idea how big this franchise would become.
I'm excited for the next one he shows.
Oh,
Places in different ways to reach even more fans. And that's why today we're announcing Gears Pop.
Don't-
Only new place we're going.
it'll reach people.
Oh, Gears Tactics.
This is what I'm excited for.
Yeah, the Yato is a really good
Which we
weapon.
also haven't heard about.
Like I
in a
said,
long
that's the
time.
only
You know what's
reason
also
why I
great? I love
generally
the gaming
say
piece
is
of
a
the
Hoshido
Falcon
Noble, because I
Handles
like the
game.
fact
So
of
I'm,
the
like,
healing
ready.
and
Yeah, how's
the
yours
ability to
already?
use the
How's yours
Dragon
going?
Stone, even though
Yeah.
it's a flawed
It's
logic
pretty.
because I don't use the
It's
Dragon
weird,
Stone
it's
really at
supposed to be
all.
easy now.
I mainly just use the
Yeah, like,
Yato.
you have a good one.
But at the same time, it's a nice option to have just in case, because if I remember right, doesn't the Dragon Stone do magic damage instead of attack?
Gala Phoenix Point game, the original creator of XCOM,
Oh, yeah?
is making Phoenix Point, yeah, which is sort of like his cosmic horror take on it.
I want Gears Tactics.
That's what they said with us soon. It was not soon.
Yeah, apparently not. I don't know what's going on there.
We are a year later.
Yeah.
You our most ambitious Gears of War title yet.
You know what's
Gears 5.
I know, I'm just so excited. Whoa.
I gotta put Gears 4 on easy and get through the whole campaign. Like, just to know what the story is.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been a while since I even touched a Fire Emblem game.
Yeah?
I still have to finish the end game for Shadows of Valentia, because I finished like the whole game, but there's like a post-game dungeon where it's like Grima's dungeon or some shit like that, and I haven't made it anywhere close to getting through that.
In Gears?
Show us the ice skiing.
No.
Show us the ice skiing parasailing.
This isn't Call of Duty.
No, I'm serious.
Oh,
There's
it's
a
about to
boat.
happen.
There's a boat with sails.
Oh, well, now I feel like it's Gears.
Yeah, well.
It's different.
It's not holding the thumbstick up and then pressing a button.
I also like Phoenix's son's JD's arm in this.
Spoilers.
This came out a year ago.
Carmine.
Is that who it was?
No, I don't know. Should be that.
Assume that anyone who dies in a Gears game is a Carmine brother.
I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure Carmine is color of red. I think. I feel like I saw it somewhere. Maybe it's something else.
Carmen?
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's not even blue, right?
Crimson is red. I don't know, maybe.
Where in the world is Carmine Sandiego?
No, I feel like there was something that linked. Maybe it's something else. That like it was like red and it was like like blood. I don't remember. It's a very sad moment, guys.
Yeah.
Be serious.
Yeah, it's super sad.
So is this the end of Gears 4? Like, it continues right from there, or what?
No.
All right. Oh yeah, they're like exploring her more and her backstory. I forgot about.
There's a very big
it's all
reason for
coming
that.
back to me. I'm really excited actually for this.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Yeah.
4 was more about JD, 5's
Yeah.
about her, and maybe 6 will be about Dell.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I gotta play 4. I've never played it.
I
Oh
don't
my
think
gosh,
we
you
know.
guys are killing me.
Yeah, I don't think we know quite how much time has passed since 4, because obviously JD's look is totally different here.
Right.
He's got dreadlocks. What happened to his arm?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's a long story.
Don't talk to me.
God damn it, both of you, listen. I'll go with them. Look, if you're missing, Jill knows.
Ooh, they turned the AC on.
They sure did.
They always.
It's cold in this game. We're trying to feel it.
They want us to be
Person.
immersed in
Where was this with the Forza demo?
Tell him, Kate. Yeah. Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, Lee, but what have you been playing
Sorry,
lately,
just
like
feel
aside
a little
from
bit up. So I think the
Pokemon
really
and
cool thing
Fire
about if
Emblem?
you hadn't seen anything from Gears 5 at this point is that this follows Kate, and that's huge. That's huge. Like they're changing protagonists. Like what?
Yeah?
It's so cool.
I really like how this is presented because it sets up
Here it is.
Kate.
Here it is.
Oh,
Here it
yeah.
is.
Okay, this was super chill moment.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It sets it up where Kate's like, you're trying to figure out, is she okay or is she not? Is she being corrupted in some way? And that's super compelling to me as a character motivator.
Yeah.
Part of the reason I didn't super get into 4, it was hard for me to connect with like a father sort of son relationship, I think. And that's why I landed.
I just love that Gears is.
Oh, get ready.
It's all, you know, it's these. If you look at it, it's these just like big lunky meatheads.
Yeah, it's 8 circles.
But it's actually a series that has some of the best meaningful character development in any of the first party Microsoft games.
Yeah. It's got a lot of heart.
New enemies too. New enemies.
Yeah, I know people make fun of it, but that Dom Maria bit from Gears 2 still gets me.
Oh, yeah.
Love Dom.
And like, did Coltrane ever get his whole grain? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just so excited to have Kate leading this.
This is so much more compelling than anything
Yeah.
else.
If they
I've seen.
kept leading with JD, it wouldn't really make
Yeah.
sense. And
Yeah.
I think because this is turned into Kate's story, I think
Yeah.
it'll go on being about her and like the things that were revealed at the end of 4. In case you haven't played, please.
Now I really want to play 4.
Hey, what do you Lee? What do you
I
mean?
don't
What was
wanna say
that?
now, 'cause, like,
Yeah.
we've
We
had
finally
people
hit a game
ask,
that
we
I
can't
reviewed.
spoil.
Yeah.
Gears
Yeah.
4.
And that's it. That's the conference. Bye, everybody. Nothing else happened. Of course, I'm lying.
I don't remember what their big.
Yeah, what was it again?
Their one more thing
Cyberpunk.
was Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
They're looking at a thing from the past.
Actually, wasn't being facetious. I honestly have we
You
established
seriously
that I
thought it was
don't
Cyberpunk?
remember this conference. I did the
Now I hate you.
I did that hour-long demo.
You too.
It's really
Oh
good.
man,
50 games, 18 titles,
we did it.
exclusivity, and
Almost.
premieres.
And
This-
one more thing.
I loved how this whole conference, it was a great thing, and this just like icing on the cake about the reveal they're about to go through.
The cadence of this show was really good.
Exactly. Do you guys think we're going to see more Cyberpunk this year, right?
It was like
I don't
actually the
know.
first thing.
Hands-on, I think.
No, I mean they wouldn't even give a date. Like I feel like it's a next gen game, and I don't know, man.
It was probably, I think it was that or Halo was the first confirmed thing for this year's E3. And it was
Well.
listed on the E3 site, not as CD Projekt Red, but as
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077, which is
Interesting.
really weird.
Right, wow.
So they're,
Maybe they're further along than I think.
yeah.
I think we get hands-on time this year.
I mean, that game was the biggest game of E3 last
By
year.
far.
It would be.
And then they did a gameplay
would
reveal
Decent.
afterwards, right?
Have you been
Well,
looking
they
into
showed-
getting a Switch?
It was the demo behind.
Because like there's a lot of good
last
shit
year's
coming out
E3
for it right
reveal
now.
after Gamescom
Fire Emblem comes out
last year.
next month.
It would be
So does the
it
new
would be
Ultimate
insane
Alliance
if they
game,
didn't
and
have
then
those.
obviously Smash is on there.
Well, they do.
If we could just
They're doing 5 DLC characters off the bat, but there's been rumors that they could do a season 2 season pass.
and we know about that now.
Yeah.
He's been messing around with it in Japan because he's trying to figure out the infrastructure stuff and make sure that the team delivers a quality product.
I always feel bad because when they announce these things, it's just like I don't think I'd want to play on my phone. I mean, my phone screen's kind of
I would.
Yeah.
For a game like Destiny, where you're like, I want to bust out like 4 quests or like get my bounties ready when you're on the road.
No. I don't like how do you play Destiny?
I think
That's what he plays to test it.
There
He
you go.
plays
They
Destiny.
just said,
Oh, sorry.
oh, the next Xbox,
Woo!
which we should hear more about right this E3.
Yeah, it's definitely a decent investment. You could probably find one used for about $250 or so. I mean, I know it's still saving up money, but it's a lot cheaper than buying it retail.
Delay.
I was at GameStop yesterday trading some shit in, and I think they had it for like $274, $264, something like that. I mean, still not great because that's a fuck ton of money, but I mean, it's a nice system and like has a lot of good games on it so far.
Well, they use Forza to show it.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, a racer, whatever. I want to see a shooter or something that requires response time.
Or like complex input. Because I think, what could I do in Destiny on a phone? It's like, I guess organize my thoughts, you know?
Oh no, they have the controller attachment. You would need that. You can't just like.
Because I instantly think this.
No,
and
it's
that's
not.
just-
No.
to be saved, heroes to be made, and legends to become. Together. Thanks, and have a great evening.
Oh, you cheeky so and so.
Guys, they're being taken.
There's stuff in the text.
Yeah.
And like there were so many cool things about this reveal. They nailed the cyberpunk feel about like the hacker world and the future and like just what this game is all about. And that's why people are stoked.
I miss Microsoft DOS. I'd like to go on the record. I'm old enough to have committed it to memory.
Command prompt.
Oh yeah.
And it's also CD Projekt Red. They have this level of trust with the community because of what they did with Witcher 3. I cannot wait to see what they do. I cannot wait. I'm so stoked.
CD Projekt Red is one of the marquee developers these days.
Yep.
Like up there with 343 and the Coalition,
Those GTA guys.
Rockstar. Yeah.
I forgot how
So
long
I'm
this little
losing
intro
my
was.
mind right now because I'm trying to figure out like this 4K capture device and make sure we're capturing it.
Oh yeah, also
So,
Lee, I was looking at getting into like the PC gaming space. I just built my
Loaded with Easter
my
eggs.
computer like 2 days ago, something like that.
Piece on, just break it up every single
But it's working pretty good. Definitely streams better than my laptop would have.
Pardon?
It was a tabletop game, right?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
pen and paper adventure game.
Right.
We actually, John Ryan had the creator come in and do a
Yeah.
scenario with us.
Yeah.
The role-playing game is called Cyberpunk 2020, and it ties into 2077.
Yep.
And they're actually coming out with another version of the tabletop game called Cyberpunk 2020 Red, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I guess that's fair, but at the same time, like, there's- I don't know, I've had decent luck buying stuff used. You always run the risk with it, but I don't think it's enough to warrant
Oh, this messed
like
me up.
enough to warrant you to
I didn't mean to
like
cut
be
you off.
deterred
Do you
from it.
remember the demo where you're in the I don't remember what they call themselves, the body modders or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
but it's basically dudes with just like 2 eyeballs and nothing else on
Yeah.
their face.
Yeah, they're not even human anymore.
That really messed me up.
Yeah. It's about that sacrifice of your humanity
Yeah.
and balancing that out with.
More human than human, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And man,
All right, Rob Zombie.
Well, it's also the Tyrell Corporation motto.
Yeah. And the song they picked, perfect. It's so good. What a fantastic reveal. And what a good way to end the show.
All right, so there it is. We'll see you back here real soon for E3 2019, the Microsoft press briefing. Keep it tuned right here to IGN.
The biggest names in gaming are gathering in LA, the rumor mill is churning, and E3 2019 is officially upon us. Headed into its 25th year, E3 remains the most anticipated event in all of gaming. Tens of thousands will head to LA, while millions more tune in online for a days-long barrage of new game announcements from AAA studios and indie devs alike. E3 2019 should be especially interesting as we find ourselves on the cusp of a new console generation. And there have been some big changes to the conference lineup. EA has opted not to hold a press conference, while Sony is skipping E3 entirely for the first time in show history. Microsoft, meanwhile, is preparing its shift from Xbox One to its next console. reportedly launching in 2020. And Google could potentially have a presence with its planned summer conference as it aims to introduce its accessible game streaming with Stadia. So what's it all mean for E3 2019? Let's dive in. With Sony sidelined in 2019, Microsoft steps into the spotlight as E3's main attraction. The company responded to news of Sony's absence by stating it plans to be as big at E3 as ever before. And now it's time to back up that claim. With a reveal or even a tease of its next-gen hardware and its Project X Cloud streaming service, Team Xbox could easily fly out of Los Angeles as the talk of the show. Even if Microsoft keeps its next-gen cards close to its chest, the prospect of exclusive game announcements from any of its 7 new studios creates the potential for a memorable press conference. And should all else fail, Microsoft will still be able to fall back on its surefire crowd pleasers, Halo Infinite and Gears 5, as well as the inevitable bevy of third-party reveals. Nintendo quietly comes into E3 with a stellar potential 2019 lineup. Pokemon Sword and Shield lead the way, followed by Animal Crossing for Switch, Luigi's Mansion 3, the Link's Awakening remake, Super Mario Maker 2, Platinum Games' Astral Chain, and Town, the RPG from Pokemon developer Game Freak. Should Nintendo dive deeper into its 2019 lineup while sprinkling in a few surprise announcements, its E3 2019 Direct could go down as one of its most exciting yet. With 3 unannounced AAA games coming before March 2020, Ubisoft has potentially set the stage for a trio of big E3 reveals. Fans have long awaited a new Splinter Cell.
Yeah, but I don't
Ubi is
think
known to
buying
close out its
views is
press conferences
exactly
with a big reveal.
an awful
Perhaps
thing.
E3
It's just one of those
2019
things you have to be
will finally
careful
bring
and
us
make
the
sure you
return
know
of
what you're
Sam
looking
Fisher.
for when
In
you look
addition
at the
to
system.
inevitable updates
Because the
about
failure rate on the
perennial
systems
franchises
isn't
like The
anything
Division
too
2 and
high.
Just Dance.
Anything that's happened at this point, it's generally because
Bethesda finds
people
itself
are
up against
mismanaging
the
their
ropes
stuff,
coming
and it's
into
cosmetic
E3
stuff that you can
2019.
definitely
While
see from a
Fallout
mile
76
away.
may have
So it's
been
just a matter of
responsible
checking
for
it
its
out
2018
before you
woes,
actually
Bethesda
buy the
will
damn
have an
thing.
opportunity to reintroduce its online RPG to the world by highlighting key improvements and touting its future roadmap. But even if 76 is once again poorly received, Bethesda has a number of internal studios to fall back on. Between Wolfenstein Youngblood, Doom Eternal, and potential new projects from Dishonored developer Arcane Studios and the Evil Within developer Tango Gameworks, Bethesda should bring enough to the table for a diverse, single-player driven show. And like last year, a brief tease of Starfield or The Elder Scrolls 6 could bring some energy to their show. Coming off last year's disappointing presentation, Square Enix rides into the show as E3 2019's dark horse. Square has kept Crystal Dynamics' Avengers
I swear to God,
project
Square
tightly
ever
under
fucking
wraps since
releases
it was announced in early
the Final Fantasy
2017.
VII remake,
Now,
like I need to play
following the
that.
massive success of Endgame,
Like, if it doesn't end up
Avengers
getting
hype
canceled.
is at an all-time high, and there's no better time for Square to finally play the superhero-sized card up its sleeve. Of course, there's also Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is almost certain to appear during Square's show, following its resurfacing in Sony's recent State of Play livestream, and more promised info coming in June. Should Square opt to show both Avengers and Final Fantasy VII, the publisher could not only shift the perception of its own show, but bring an increased level of enthusiasm to the entirety of E3 2019.
At last, the promise has been made.
With 2 key absences in Sony and EA, and the next generation looming over the show, it's hard to know exactly what to expect from this year's Expo. But there's a lot of potentially exciting announcements to come. We'll know shortly whether E3 2019 stands on its own, or if history will remember it as the calm before the storm that will inevitably be E3.
The all-new Muppet News! Muppet News' new and improved recipe is chock full of lists, let's plays, unboxings, special guests, goofs, guffaws, and other content too stupid for regular weekdays.
Like some sort of color-changing reptile stripper man.
What the fuck?
Introducing the all-new Up It Nude! Up It Nude's new and improved recipe is chock full of lists, let's plays, unboxings, special guests, goofs, guffaws, and other content too stupid for regular weekdays.
Like some sort of color-changing reptile stripper man.
What the fuck is going on with IGN? Okay, it looks like Xbox E3 is on the way.
E3 is the biggest, awesomest, and most significant event in the world of video games, and IGN has you covered with 5 days of live coverage, expert analysis, exclusive reveals, and explosive gameplay of the hottest new video games on Earth. E3 is also the best excuse all year to use words like awesomest, hottest, and explosive in a single sentence without sounding like we're exaggerating. Hottest, awesomest, most explosive, exclusive, the biggest words in the world, the biggest games in the universe. E3 has it all, and IGN is the best way to experience it. Today, IGN kicks off our E3 2019 live coverage with a full day of news and reveals focusing on two of the biggest...
Hey, welcome back, Vic.
Microsoft, who could very well reveal their new console plans to kick off the next generation of gaming, and Bethesda, the house that built Doom, Wolfenstein, and Skyrim. Don't miss a minute of our non-stop E3 coverage right here on IGN.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, I was
Welcome to
messing
IGN
around
Live
with
at
some
E3
stuff.
2019. I'm Damon Hatfield. Today I'm
I don't know,
joined by
OBS isn't showing that I'm dropping any frames, so I think it was just that I was messing around in my browser.
Great. This episode of IGN Live in 2019 is filmed in front of a live studio audience. Great. Nice.
We're leaving now.
It happens. Guys, are you excited? It's C3 once again, and it's I think it's going to be a big one. You think so? I think so. This is one of the big ones. Yeah, we're going to get most likely a new console sort of reveal, sort of kickoff, countdown to the next generation of consoles. Brian, your favorite game of all time is being remade. Link's Awakening, The Legend of Zelda. It's going to be at the show. I'm going to play it just a few days from now, and then I'm going to leave because I can't see anything to be better than that. All right. Well, just about an hour from now, 1 p.m. Pacific, Microsoft's E3 press conference will begin. And
Yeah, I'm using OBS for this.
Got an exclusive premiere of never-before-seen Borderlands 3 gameplay. Then, at 5:30, the Bethesda E3 showcase kicks off, and there's tons happening in between. Tomorrow, Ubisoft and Square Enix have their press conferences at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. respectively. Then, bright and early on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, there's a brand new Nintendo Direct, followed immediately by Nintendo Treehouse Live for E3. And then, E3 officially starts. When? Yeah, I know. But there is plenty to talk about. In the meantime, one of the biggest press conferences at E3 could potentially be the Microsoft Xbox conference. This could be our opportunity to see the first look, the next wave of consoles to kick off the next generation of gaming. Let's get right to it. You guys think we're about to see the next Xbox?
I think we have to, right?
Have to.
Like they have to show us.
They teased it.
Yeah. It'd be rude of them
That would
not
be
to.
mean. That would
At
be
the very-
bullying if they didn't.
Yeah, at the very least, I feel like we'll see like an extended tease, but I think they have to show us more, right?
Well, so we just ran through the schedule, right? And one notable gigantic name back here is Sony. Like, they have nothing here at the show. I mean, there's going to be some games scattered around the party stuff. But this is Microsoft's show to walk in and go, next gen starts when we say it does. This is our new console. This is the price. This is the release date. Everything. Will we get all those details? Probably not. But hopefully we'll get a name that isn't just maybe a shot in the box. Someone come out holding it. Maybe it's on a bit in a pocket. Maybe pulled out now they do 7th Blood.
Actually, I wouldn't be too upset. But I am hoping that they give us release dates for at least launch titles. So maybe not an actual release date for the console itself, but I'm really
Wait, what do you mean Tuesday at 9, Lee?
will be a launch title. I'd imagine Project xCloud might also launch with it.
Console's coming out.
Well, no,
That means we'll know.
Well, no, but I'm saying like maybe they'll say, okay, Halo Infinite is a launch title, but not actually let us know like a release date, right?
They're in a really cool spot because the sort of the One X almost acts as a stepping stone between generations. The thing they've done really well this past generation is the backwards compatibility between 360 and Xbox One. So, I mean, if their next console is a continuation of this, that means there's going to be effectively like 4 boxes that can all play kind of this evolving library of games.
Now let's switch gears for just a second, and let's talk about Gears 5.
Oh.
Revealed last year with sort of a lengthy reveal trailer. I think we'll see actually a gameplay demo today.
I think, yeah. I mean, isn't it supposed to come out in 2019?
We're waiting on a release date, which I guess hopefully we get that today. So.
Yeah, I mean, we're about halfway through the year at this point. Like, they have to give gameplay at some point, unless they're just planning on dropping it without showing us anything. So I would imagine we get gameplay.
I mean, if like they're like, and it's available right now.
Wait, that would be crazy.
That would be awesome.
I don't think they'll do that, but that would be kind of crazy.
It'd be great for people at home. For us, it would kind of suck. But we're just a small group.
Well, people probably shouldn't get their hopes up.
It probably will not drop today.
Yeah.
I don't imagine it does.
Invariably, somebody will say available right now at this show, but I don't think it's going to be Gears.
Yeah, probably not. It'll probably be something a little smaller, indie game. You mentioned Halo Infinite.
Nah, Nintendo is tomorrow, I thought.
What do you hope/expect to see today?
I mean, I hope for gameplay and a release date. I expect a trailer. I'm expecting just a full trailer. I mean, they didn't give us very much from Recon last year, and I imagine they could go into what they meant by spiritual reboot, get more into the details of how involved Master Chief will be in this story. I know a lot of fans of the franchise are hoping that it is actually a Master Chief story this time around. I would love to hear more about the multiplayer component. Again, I don't think we'll get that, but I would be happy with a full trailer.
Oh shit, actually you're right, I just checked and it's like Tuesday at 11.
Halo Infinite versus Halo 6. I have a feeling that
Hey, what's up, Albert?
service model, which I think if that's the case, they would be able to do
I
that.
swear to God, they need to give a release date for Halo. Like, I need this game. Halo 5 was good, but definitely needs to make some improvements on 343's part.
Because I don't understand that number, whereas 6 feels like Infinity can start whenever.
All right. Later this week on Tuesday morning, Nintendo will unveil their brand new E3 Nintendo Direct, a presentation that will likely be full of new details about upcoming games we're already anticipating and hopefully some brand new surprises. So, what do you know about the new Animal Crossing game?
Yeah, I just checked and it's Tuesday at 11 o'clock my time. Well, actually, I think you and me are in the same time zone, Lee, but it's at 11 o'clock because it's 12 Eastern, so.
Sites at night. But he did say that there's a new Animal Crossing game coming. It's coming to Switch, which is the perfect place for a game like this because Nintendo has always made Animal Crossing games on sort of consoles and then handhelds and gone back and forth. The Switch is both, which means you can bring it anywhere. You can show up to a park or a school or your job and you can trade furniture and fruits with your friends if you have the game. If they don't, you sound crazy talking about it like I always do when I talk about this game. But Animal Crossing is wonderful. It's basically like a totally relaxed town simulator where this man, this raccoon, charges you money to make house upgrades.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to like low-key watch it at work and not get caught because I'm at work until actually wait, Tuesday.
Yeah, a lot of people jumped on. They were like, oh, this is
Yeah, Tuesday I work at noon, so.
It seems so perfect for that, you know? Yeah, Pocket Camp worked, I think, sort of as training wheels for what could be a full-fledged version of the game. For like hardcore Animal Crossing fans like myself, I don't think it really scratched the itch. It sort of missed a lot of the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
No pun intended, because I know both of us were in that game. But yeah, Animal Crossing to me awesome. I expect a big chunk of the E3 Direct to be dedicated to it.
Now, this
E3 is being very generous to you, because along with Animal Crossing, we're also going to get another look at The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remaster, which is your favorite game of all time.
Yeah, dude, I feel like I won a contest this
And also, I'm hoping that Nintendo reveals the Prime trilogy for the Switch, because I never played any of the Prime games, and if that comes on the Switch, I'm copying it like immediately.
An attempt to port Super Nintendo's A Link to the Past to the system. That turned out to be a little trickier, so instead the team made a brand new original video game from the ground up. If you haven't been
Alright, I'll talk to you later, Lee.
Please don't read up on it. If you played this game, you're gonna love it, obviously, but this new remake is coming to Switch. They've redone all the art and the graphics. As you can see, the sort of cutscenes have sort of an anime look to them, but once you get into the actual gameplay, it's totally different. It's very toyetic. Everything feels sort of like soft and like fuzzy, and they look like little sculptures and stuff like that. Just look at it. It's gorgeous to look at. This is one of the most wonderful Zelda games. If you play something like Breath of the Wild and you wanted something a little bit more old school traditional Zelda with a lot more dungeons and stuff like that, you're gonna love this game. It's got weird eccentric characters, a wonderful overworld, and a really, really interesting story.
Now, what about Nintendo hardware? All these rumors about updated Switch models. Do you think we're going to see some news about that from Nintendo this week?
Yeah, so Nintendo's really downplayed this. We've seen pretty much every site cover this story in some capacity. There's a rumor that new models, new redesigns of the Nintendo Switch hardware that we know will be re-released.
I almost guarantee it's going to be like a budget option to replace where the 3DS is right now in the market space. Especially with Pokemon coming out, it makes sense that they would release a like slimmed down model of it in order to occupy the space of the 3DS, because the 3DS is all but dead at this point. So
It's going to be something where we can't exactly see what's going to happen, but when it comes out, I think we're all going to buy it, because look, this is what happens. They make new things, we buy them.
All right, I got to cut you off there because there's so much more to talk about, and right now we've got to take a very quick break. Don't go away because we're coming right up. Ubisoft, Square Enix press conferences, plus lots more. And we're just moments away from Microsoft's big, huge E3 press conference. IGN Live at E3 2019 will return right after this.
Introducing the all-new Up It News! Up It News' new and improved recipe is chock full of lists, let's plays, unboxings, special guests, goofs, guffaws, and other content too stupid for regular weekdays.
Like some sort of color-changing reptile stripper man. I'm doing it. Don't touch it. What's wrong with you? Get corn snack. Game sucks. Bring it back.
Up at noon, weekends on IGN and YouTube.
Well, Jonathan, looks like we finally broke the news bot.
What are we going to do now? Report the news ourselves? Like a couple of jerks?
IGN Now, reporting the news ourselves like a bunch of jerks.
Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for games and entertainment, but we also have a team of some of the world's biggest fans of your favorite franchises. From breaking news and exclusives, never-before-seen looks at movies and games, to reviews, let's plays, and live streams, IGN brings you all the coverage you need no matter where you are. Whether you're on IGN.com, the IGN app, YouTube, Facebook, or Snapchat, we've always got you covered. IGN, the #1 source for all games and entertainment fans worldwide.
If you're not following IGN on social media, what are you waiting for?
We're bringing the memes.
I swear, the build up to E3 is always the worst. Like, actually waiting for the conference to start.
Content. The best user-generated videos and art. And a whole lot more. Be part of the conversation throughout the year. Follow IGN on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Welcome back to IGN Live at E3 2019. With me still are Sydney, Max, and Brian, my esteemed IGN co-hosts, personal best friends in the entire universe. Hello, friends.
That's very sweet of you.
Now, E3 2019 is bringing with it another press conference from legendary game developer Square Enix, where we expect to find out more about the next games in the legendary Final Fantasy series, as well well as the brand new Avengers video game. First up, one of the most anticipated games of the show is the long-in-development remake of Final Fantasy VII. What do we expect to see today? It's just sort of re-announced recently.
It's a weird situation. I feel like there was, we had a vague idea of what that was based on a cinematic trailer. There was some talk, and then they sound like they took the whole project and brought it back in-house, and they've been developing it. I know it was, I've personally like sort of lost track of what we do and don't know. I know the big thing is supposed to be episodic. Is that it's still episodic.
Yeah, that's the only thing that deters me from this game is the fact that it's episodic. If it was like a full-ass game, like, instantly, like, I'd buy it. Even though I don't have a PS4, but I would end up borrowing a PS4 from somebody to play the damn game, because Final Fantasy VII is such a polarizing game, and I'd love to see it with the upgraded graphics, but the episodic thing is really a turn-off to me. Like, having to buy a game, like, 4, 5, 6 times, whatever, to, like, complete the story is kind of ridiculous, in my opinion. I just think it was a bad decision on Square's part, in all honesty.
Primetime slot.
Yep.
Here. So with Final Fantasy VII and Avengers being their big games, I feel like they really have to have something substantial to show.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Final Fantasy VII is in a good spot, far enough along that maybe they can give us a hint of the direction we can play it. But then there's the brand new Avengers game. We don't know much about it, but we will very soon. What are our hopes for an Avengers game from Crystal Dynamics? What do we hope that will end up looking like?
Well, it's funny because I feel like just hearing Avengers, my initial thought is like, oh, they're gonna build like an Avengers video game universe, right? But it's an Avengers game, not some sort of, that's not Spider-Man we got that last year. It's not like an origin story situation. They did say it's gonna be in a brand new story, correct? So I don't know. I trust them. I'm really excited. I really like.
I'm extremely weary over that Avengers game. Like, I mean, Insomniac did it great last year when they did Spider-Man, but I'm not sure about Square doing it. I mean, time will tell, but I'm not 100% confident in Square's ability to make this game.
We're all familiar with these characters because we've been watching the movies for the last 11 years. But they can take a little bit of, they can, pull from the comics a bit. They can get creative because this isn't, this isn't the cinematic universe. This is games, and they can. We know it's going to be sort of, story-based, but also some multiplayer stuff, which I'm wary of, but very curious.
Yep. All right, well, Bethesda Game Studios also has a press conference at E3. After the rocky launch of Fallout 76 last year, some promising big titles on the horizon. All eyes are on Bethesda to see what's in store for 2019. First up, we get a release date for Doom Eternal. We got her. Yeah, that's the big
Doom's an instant cop for me on Switch. Like, there's not even a question about that one.
And they're walking. They probably are walking down that road. So yeah, we get a release date. I'm putting that stamp down.
Perfect. I'm with you on that. I'm thinking first week in November. It's like Bethesda loves to drop stuff around that.
We already know that Wolfenstein already has a date in summer.
July.
Yeah, this will be their big game for the fall.
Yeah, I think so. Bethesda likes to come out and make a big show, and they usually have this sort of. It's Doom. It's Doom. It's effectively Doom 2 again. So it's a good time. People were, I think, really happy about the last one. So. This by the way is the calmest Doom gameplay in the world. This is like before everything. This is just like if you only saw this, you'd be like, well, this is a game about it's a walking simulator about interacting with scientists, and then you tear people open and cut their heads off. Homie, the ripping and tearing. There we go. That's what I'm. There it is. That's the Doom we love. There's that man from hell full of fire and blood. Get nasty. He rules. Hell yeah. Yes. Oh. Doom kicks ass. Can we curse? Because Doom kicks ass. Yeah, no, we're going to get a release date for sure.
Yeah, I sure hope so. I really want the music. I know it makes sense why they can't play the music right now, but it feels funny watching the gameplay.
We can do it ourselves. Just does that for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Rules.
All right, well, speaking of, we mentioned Wolfenstein already have a release date this summer. Will we finally see some co-op gameplay from Wolfenstein Youngblood?
Just give us the game.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. I am so excited. I'd imagine they'll give us gameplay.
Yeah.
Again, I don't really need too much more to convince me that I'm super stoked for this game. The cherry on top Bethesda would be to officially announce Wolfenstein 3. I don't think that will happen, but that would be so nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be so weird to sort of like break up that numbering convention like that. E3 is always odd when there's like a game about to come out right after E3. It's sort of like it's kind of their last big marketing push, but it's also like, do they want to keep things back and keep things a secret? So I think we'll see see some stuff, but I expect them to say some surprises before the game launches.
Yeah. Well, and it's not a mainline game. Not to take anything away from it, but I don't imagine that they'll spend a huge amount of time harping on this game that's about to come out and that, fans of the franchise are already really excited about.
I mean, if they do want to kind of get some eyes on this and also hype up something else, they could be like, hey, Wolfenstein 3 is around the corner if you want to get access to the beta pre-order today. And then we're all like,
I like the little,
oh, they got us.
Yeah.
It's also set in the 80s this time around, so it definitely presents opportunities for lots of great 80s music. Although for the last two Wolfenstein games, their audio team has created original music that you can hear around the game world. And it's actually really, really good. So I'd actually love to see new 80s style songs.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be awesome. They know what they're doing over there.
Yeah.
I think about the space. That's what I want.
80s space.
80s space.
Space was pretty big in the 80s. That's a good fit there.
Yeah, space has always been pretty big.
All right, Ubisoft. Ubisoft also has a press conference at E3. The Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, Just Dance developer. Yes, they make all three of those very different things. They have big plans for E3. We recently learned about Watch Dogs Legion, the third game in the Watch Dogs franchise. Now
Literally just got Watch Dogs, the first Watch Dogs yesterday for like $2. Never played the game, but the game's set in Chicago, so give it a try.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions about that because it's like, I don't know, when I play like big open world video games, I'm collecting stuff, right? I'm climbing buildings, I'm getting upgrades for everything. How would that sort of carry over from player to player? Like, if I'm me and I hack an old lady, does she get my cool hats, my skill points? I don't want my old lady friend to have my skill points. I want to keep them myself. So I have some questions.
Well, think about it like in terms of how in sandbox games they have all these different like unique vehicles scattered around the map, and you thoughtlessly jump into different ones of them.
Yeah.
What if those vehicles were in fact characters, and they had backstories, and maybe you can customize their outfits, give them new wheels and paint jobs, so to speak? I mean, that could be a cool. And the previous Watch Dogs games have had like surprisingly robust backstories for all these like random people that you were running over with your car on the street.
Yeah, the last Watch Dogs 2 was a really fun game, although it took place entirely in San Francisco, which is where we live, and so it was sort of odd.
Pretty faithful recreation.
Yeah, it really was.
We can confirm.
Yes, we have huge cop ramps everywhere all over the city that wreck cars. No, it was super fun to play. It was really like some sort of hyper stylish, gorgeous, bright neon.
Yeah, I still need to try that game. The first one, I started playing it last night, and it's pretty fun.
Liberates people from evil, or are you a murderer with a gun?
Yeah. It had a weird tone.
Yeah.
It couldn't like reconcile that with its gameplay and the story was kind of tough.
Yeah, and I'd say the first one sort of struggled in the same way, right? So I hope that Watch Dogs Legion sort of finds its tone and finds its voice.
I think a near feature setting could really help with that because it kind of masked it a little bit more in fiction. The first one was very much like you're a straight up vigilante, you're like Hacker Punisher. And then in the second one it was like you're a little bit more of like you're more mischievous, but still you're shooting people. And then
Well, I'm curious if that would kind of depend on the perspective of the NPC that you take over, right? Because they could see this as you are a murderer, or they could see the story as you are doing good things. So maybe they leave it open-ended.
Now, what are the chances that we learn anything about the next Assassin's Creed? You know there isn't one coming this year. Will they take the opportunity to at least tease what the next Assassin's Creed is? There have been rumors that it's going to be a Viking.
Possibly. I think
I'm pretty sure the new Assassin's Creed, or at least information about it, leaked already.
Leaked on airplanes and in marketing material over the shoulder of some developer holding an iPad.
Keychains.
Plus, keychains, yeah, that's always what happens. But I do think we'll find out something. Maybe even just like a logo tease or something. Obviously, the last game has continued to grow. They keep adding stuff to it. It didn't need any more stuff.
I still gotta finish, honestly. Like, I bought the game, but I haven't touched it really at all.
Maybe a little nudge or a tease or a logo or a name of something that we're going to see probably around next year or next gen.
Yeah. What if it were a Viking game? Would that be something
Vikings
you want
are
to play?
cool.
Yeah.
I like Vikings.
I'm into it. I think it's too soon. I think Ubisoft was in a really bad spot for a second where they would tease something too far in advance. We saw this with the first Watch Dogs. We saw this with Ghost Recon Wildlands, where they would show this big, huge, incredible demo, and then we'd be sitting around waiting for it for a while. And they've kind of managed to really get things down to almost a pretty fast cadence of being like, here's the Assassin's Creed, and then it's out this fall. And with Odyssey, people really love that game. People are really into it, and they've been continuing to support it with lots of DLC and lots of stuff in there. I heard some rumors there might be like some kind of a story creator mode, some kind of community thing out there.
But I mean, we're seeing the shift from sort of single release games into games as a service, and really trying to create like an ecosystem of a community around a game. Right. And so they're in a really good spot where there's this game that everyone seems to really enjoy, and they are sticking with it. So maybe they don't want to chase people off of that just yet.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to see some Watch Dogs Legion. Yeah. Love to get at least a tease of the next Assassin's Creed. What's the chance that Ubisoft will give us 90 minutes of Just Dance?
Oh, man.
I can't do it. I love
that's
Just
gonna
Dance.
be that's.
She's having a great time. Look at them.
She's having a blast.
I will say right now that if this happens, hardcore gamers will be furious. This will be the most anger-inducing thing to ever happen in E3 history.
All right.
That's the understatement of the century.
That's a fraction of what we expect to see at E3 this year. So I thought I'd take this opportunity, this calm before the storm, to ask you guys what your most anticipated games are at E3 this year. I'll kick things off because I've got the IFB. Mine is, I think right now, I'm excited about a lot of games at the show, but what I saw yesterday of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order really sold me on that game.
Dude, yeah, I'm completely into that universe. We've wanted a really like dedicated single-player Star Wars game for a long time now. It looks really awesome, and it looks weird too. My favorite parts of Star Wars, like in terms of there's monsters and there's a giant spider, and in the marketing material there was a Sarlacc pit. We have a cute little droid that beeps. Like
I love the cute little droid.
Yeah.
You won?
Yeah, like I loved what they did, what the teams did with Battlefront. Like I think there's a great attention to detail there, but it was mostly just like first-person shooters. And so this, I think, is going to get a lot more into the kind of the bigger, scarier, weirder pockets of Star Wars. Yeah. And the idea of like sort of like having a lightsaber that you can upgrade, getting force powers and stuff like that, interacting with the world in this kind of big.
I never got too into Star Wars. I played fuck. I don't remember what the game was called. It was like Star Wars: The Fallen Order or something like that, where you played as like this rogue Jedi or whatever. It was actually pretty cool.
Dropping other games that you get inspiration from, like Metroid Prime, Just Dance, of course. Yeah. All the gameplay we've seen looks like it will play like an Uncharted game with force powers set in the Star Wars universe. So it's like, yes.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of like climbing stuff, which is really cool because after the sort of cancellation of like 1313 and Ragtag, it's good to see this like back.
Sydney, I'm gonna take a guess that your most anticipated game would be Halo Infinite.
How did you know?
Well,
Yes, I mean, we already talked about it a little bit, and the fact that as much as I want to see gameplay, I really don't think we're going to see it. But at this point, anything, I will just be so excited. I am really excited about the fact that they are taking this as a spiritual reboot, because I know that Halo 5, Halo fans are in a really weird place right now. I feel like people were so bummed out about the campaign of the last game. However, I personally felt like the multiplayer on Halo 5 was the best that we've seen since Halo 2. And that's saying a lot, because Halo 3 was great, and Halo Reach was also great. And so my hopes, just amorphous hopes, is that they don't change the multiplayer gameplay too much, because it was so good, and that they don't try and stray too far off the path. Again, I think it's going to be a long time before we see that. I want them to take their time. I want them to get things just right. So if they're not ready to show us too much, I'm perfectly okay with that. Just make sure when you do show us stuff that it's super great. Like, that's my only ask.
All right, Brian and Max. We've run out of time, but Brian, I think Link's Awakening is probably your most anticipated game.
Heard me yell about that already.
And Max, yours is
Cyberpunk 2077. So one of the biggest games of the show. I gotta release that.
which will probably be at Microsoft, or where else is it going to show up on the conference? All right, it's time for a quick break. When we come back, we're diving deep into our hopes and predictions for Microsoft, prepare for the Xbox briefing. Stick around because we'll be right back.
Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for games and entertainment, but we also have a team of some of the world's biggest fans of your favorite franchises. From breaking news and exclusives, never before seen looks at movies and games, to reviews, let's plays, and live streams, IGN brings you all the coverage you need no matter where you are. Whether you're on IGN.com, the IGN app, YouTube, Facebook, or Snapchat, we've always got you covered. IGN, the #1 source for all games and entertainment fans worldwide. If you're not following IGN on social media, what are you waiting for? We're bringing the
I just can't wait for E3 to start already. shit's taking forever to get going.
The best user-generated videos.
Nah, but what I'm looking for out of Microsoft Conference is I'm looking towards Halo, I'm looking towards the new Gears, next gen Xbox, rocking an Xbox One X right now, and potentially end up trading that in to upgrade to the Xbox 2 or whatever it ends up being when that's released. It also depends on pricing and if it has backwards compatibility. Because of the fact, that's my main selling point with the One X, is because it has the backwards compatibility. So I have my whole library from the 360 still, and I can use that along with my Xbox One games. So if the Xbox 2 or whatever it's called ends up having backwards compatibility, that's an instant buy for me. Like, I'll trade in my Xbox One X for it.
Dude's new and improved recipe is chock full of lists, let's plays, unboxings, special guests, goofs, guffaws, and other content too stupid for regular weekdays.
Like some sort of color-changing reptile stream.
Now, also the big question for me then after Xbox's reveal of Xbox Scarlet or whatever it ends up being is where exactly does that leave Sony? Like, when do we think that Sony's gonna reveal anything about their plans for next generation? Because you know they're gonna have to follow up what Xbox does, because they can't, like, it's a stock nightmare if they don't like announce something. I know there's been leaked specifications that came out, but if Xbox announces first and Xbox is still more powerful, like, that's a big win for Xbox compared to this generation. But also, it depends on if Xbox ends up having the first-party support on the Xbox 2 or Xbox Scarlet, whatever you want to call it. It depends if they have that support that they lacked this generation. So, say we have Halo Infinite as a launch title, like Q1, Q2 of next year, or even as early as holiday season this year. If they manage to land something like that, it's a whole lot better of a launch than what the Xbox One had. Because if you remember, the Xbox One, when it launched, had nothing on it. Like, nothing worth a damn. It was last-gen ports. And it was one of those things where there was no real reason to buy it back then. And then they never really diversified what they were offering as far as hardware went. So it ended up, they lagged behind both the Nintendo and Sony this generation. Well, not so much Nintendo, because Nintendo had the failure of the Wii U. Besides the point, that's why they lagged behind Sony so much this generation, is because they refused to innovate and release, like, first-party titles that would get people in. And I think a lot of that has to do with Sony's success in Japan, because a lot of their, or actually completely overseas, because Sony sells a lot better overseas because of some of the types of games that they're willing to release. Xbox is afraid that their demographic won't respond to certain games like RPGs and stuff like that. And I think that they're missing out on a huge market by only focusing on action games and FPSs. Like, sure, those are great on the Xbox. I love the Xbox controller for playing FPSs. But at the same time, I feel like if they, like, capitalize on that market with the amount of power that their consoles have, that they can pull it all together and, you know, edge out against Sony into something better next generation.
Sony beat Microsoft to the punch in April, unceremoniously revealing technical details, backward compatibility capabilities, and VR support for its next console. Will Microsoft respond at this year's show? Lastly, let's not forget about the company's game streaming initiative, Project xCloud. With Google Stadia officially unveiled, perhaps Microsoft has been saving its rebuttal for the biggest stage in gaming. All will be revealed when Phil Spencer takes the stage on Sunday, June 9th.
Come on, Philly boy. Look, I swear, if this Xbox E3 is as dead as it was last year, like, goddamn.
Miranda, Ryan, and Sydney are here. We are bracing ourselves for the Xbox E3 briefing, which is coming up in just moments. But first, we're going to dive deep into the waters of speculation. There's a significant chance we will see Microsoft show off its first next-gen console today. So what do you expect to see, assuming it's in the show? We're just about to see the first next-gen console, or at least get some details about it.
I feel like they have to.
Yeah.
You know, Sony is out and Microsoft's been hyping this up for so long. They're like, this is going to be our biggest conference ever. So I expect a name. I expect far more than a name. I expect them to have like a good part of the show to say, hey, this is
If Xbox doesn't have specifications for this damn thing, then this whole reveal of the Scarlet is like pointless. They need something to announce to like put in people's head that this is more powerful than the whatever the PS5 is.
Microsoft really went all in on the whole marketing tagline of world's most powerful console with the Xbox One X, and there's no way they're just going to walk away from that and be like, well, here's our next-gen console, hope you like it. Like, they're going to be leaning into that hard and doing everything they can to make everybody believe that they've got the big box. But I disagree with Miranda. I think next E3 is the time for the name, the price, the release date, but I think we'll learn a lot of other things, a lot of technical details. I don't think we're ready for name yet. I think it's too early.
The reason I want it now is because I want them to put this out in spring next year. Like I don't know if it's gonna happen, but that's what I personally want.
I'm personally thinking they're either aiming for holiday season this year if they want to do an aggressive approach, or like spring next year at the latest.
Not a specific release date, and definitely not a price. I think we're
Unless they try to push it into like holiday of 2020. But I could see like a March release maybe next year.
I think it's their day one launch game.
Yeah,
no Halo console or no Xbox console has launched with a Halo since the first Xbox. And the 360 had the year head start on PS3. It didn't really matter. They really could have used a Halo at the launch of Xbox One. I think
Xbox could pretty much always use a fucking Halo. Like, sales from Halo is insane. Even if people say it's a dead game or it's past its prime, whatever, it's one of those games that sells, and it sells consoles. And that's the one main reason why Nintendo and Sony are so successful, is because they have games that aren't just good games, but they're console sellers.
That was via a pre-taped video of a bunch of people at Microsoft talking about how they're making the most powerful console of all time. So maybe that's what we'll see today for Scarlet. That's likely.
Good chance, I think.
Yeah,
Though we never did get that VR headset. But they
well, maybe they should talk about VR too. All right, Microsoft is working on a slew of first-party games. We'll get to the big ones like Gears and Halo in just a second. But first, let's talk what Ninja Theory could be working on. And actually, I think there was a leak about that already, right? For multiplayer game?
Yeah, which I wasn't expecting at all.
Yeah.
I mean, so we have Hellblade on right now, and it looks so different tonally from that. It's like this very bright, poppy, if this is a true leak, you know, 4v4 action, and it's very colorful, and everyone just, the character designs are very wacky, and like they keep flashing, like, DMC, like we made DMC once, you know, kind of thing, and you can kind of see why they're kind of pulling on that tonally. So that would be different, not really expected.
Yeah. And word is that this game, Bleeding Edge, by the way, is a second team. There's a couple teams there, so you know, for anybody that sort of has a preemptive reaction and see, Microsoft's never going to make a single-player focused game. This was evidently in the works prior to the Microsoft acquisition, and there's a second team that is drawing, you know, some untold thing.
I feel like that's very important context. I'm super glad you brought that up, because it definitely, when I saw the leak, I was kind of like, wow, that's so interesting that they're coming out and they're doing 4v4. Not even something with a multiplayer component, like it is a 4v4 game. Theoretically, maybe, if it's right.
What about Ori and the Will of the Wisps? I think last year was the last time we saw that game, wasn't it?
But they were on our Gamescom stage.
Yeah. They revealed a new mode there as well.
Yeah, I think it's something trials. It's a time trials situation. But I want this game so bad. I want it in my hand.
I want to go out on a limb. This will be one of my easy predictions that to hold me to one way or the other. I think that game's out today.
Whoa!
That'd be so rude.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Ori is a really, well, it looks like a really good game. I need to still play the first one.
They can't have more than one big fall title, but I think today's the day, and maybe we'll get to play Ori today.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I hope you're right. I love the first game. Really been excited.
Yeah.
Second one. Seems like it's been a long time in development. What about, this is crazy, what about Battletoads? That was announced last year.
Barely.
Yeah.
It was at
You
least
just mentioned.
They've got to show it this year. So that's Rare is working. The primary development work is being done by another studio, not Rare. So Rare's sort of overseeing it and working with that team. So yeah, I think there's no way we don't see some gameplay and some more of that.
surprised if that ends up sneaking out this year at some point.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
What does a 2019 Battletoads look and play like?
Gosh, I hope it looks like that. I would love it if it was like just totally an animated cartoon style, but
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
I don't even know. You could take it in a number of different directions. You could go with
Yeah, I've never played a Battletoads, so that should be interesting to see what Microsoft decides to do with that. I mean, definitely it's nice to have a retro game like that kind of come back.
well, they do say they're hand drawn.
Yeah, so
Maybe not
probably,
pixel art then.
Probably the animated style, and also that would make me far more interested in it as someone who didn't play Battletoads as a kid or anything.
Yeah.
And so I'm just kind of like, they look kind of weird. I don't know.
I'm totally
Yeah,
at the same boat. I'm like, what? Their names
But-
like Zitz?
Yeah, but like a
Pitbull is one of them.
And Rash,
It's
yeah.
kind of goofy, but like that cartoon style is a lot more appealing to me, just because it's such a unique way to do game graphics, right? And I think there's a lot of if there's a reason it's unique. It's because it's probably very expensive.
Yeah.
But I think that would be a cool.
And that teaser from last year did say they were going to return in 2019, so I hope to see more too.
Hold them to it.
It's 2019.
All right, Halo Infinite and Gears 5 are two of Microsoft's most anticipated games. Let's get up to speed on what we know so far. When we get back, we'll discuss what could be in store this year.
Does anybody know when the actual conference starts? Because, Jesus. The amount of pre-show that there is insane.
The last time we saw Halo Infinite was back last year at E3. Since then, we've only heard things about it. So the last big piece of information we got was from our own Ryan McCaffrey. Sat down with Bonnie Ross, head of Gears 3 Industries, to talk about, just Halo and like the whole franchise. And in their conversation, she brought up how it's kind of supposed to be a spiritual reboot of the series, and that's kind of it. Obviously, it's Halo, so I'm super pumped for it. But this is going to be something very different because I think Halo 5's story was a big letdown for a lot of people. I freaking love the multiplayer. I think they did great.
My big question, though, is if Microsoft and 343 decide to abandon what they did in 5 with the story, or if they eventually return to that. Because I get that Infinite's kind of a reboot, but at the same time, like, 5 ended on a cliffhanger, so it's like, what do you do with that? Like, do you just leave it and then it's like at that, or do you eventually return to it after Infinite, or address it in Infinite in some way, shape, or form? I don't exactly know. Because right now all we have to go on with that is what developers have said. Like, we don't exactly have any direct, like, confirmation as far as, like, gameplay or anything goes.
Again, at E3, I think a lot of Microsoft's bigger games are just held for E3 and are coming back for another E3, and Gears is part of that. The coolest thing I think about Gears 5 is that we're getting protagonist shift, which is kind of funny because like we just had that with Gears 4 going down to JD, who is of course Marcus Phoenix's son, and then now we're switching over to Kate, and her story is setting up something that's really, really interesting. And I think this is going to be kind of one of the last really big games probably on the Xbox One, so I just kind of want to see that all running at full force for a awesome Gears story.
Yeah, Gears 5 does look really fucking good.
So if this wasn't at E3, I think it'd be kind of insane. It's not technically confirmed yet, but there's no way it won't be. Definitely want to see more gameplay, probably a little bit more about the story elements, and honestly, I just want to get my hands on it, so that's what I'm hoping for.
Good news, everyone.
The new Avengers Endgame poster and trailer have dropped.
A surprise new Zelda game.
Holy sh! James Gunn is coming back.
Who the heck would want to play PS4 games on their phone?
IGN Now. New news that's new to you.
If you're not following IGN on social media, what are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for E3.
We're bringing the memes,
I swear to God.
gameplay, custom original content, the best user-generated videos and art, and a whole lot more. Be part of the conversation throughout the year. Follow IGN on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for games and entertainment, but we also have a team of some of the world's biggest fans of your favorite franchises. From breaking news and exclusives, never-before-seen looks at movies and games, to reviews, let's plays, and live streams, IGN brings you all the coverage you need no matter where you are. Whether you're on IGN.com, the IGN app, YouTube, Facebook, or Snapchat, we've always got you covered. IGN, the #1 source for all games and entertainment fans worldwide.
Introducing the all-new Up-It News!
Don't touch it. What's wrong with you? Get corn snack. Game sucks. Bring it back.
Up-It News! Weekends on IGN and YouTube.
Well, Jonathan, looks like we finally broke the news bot.
What are we gonna do now? Report the news ourselves? Like a couple of jerks?
IGN Now, reporting the news ourselves like a bunch of jerks.
Now, last year, we only got a reveal trailer for Halo Infinite. Will we see more today? Do you expect to see a cinematic trailer, or will we finally get to see some gameplay?
Pick me. Pick me. I could talk about this game all day. I know.
I think we all could.
Yeah,
That's
we're
a lot of time. So I
Halo
will
fan.
give you the floor.
Yeah, I think this is, as I said sort of in the earlier segment, this is the flagship game for the next-gen Xbox that is going to get talked about. I think we will see substantial content from Halo Infinite, and I could not be more excited for this because, you know, a new Halo it's normally been every 3 years, but now we're looking at like 5 years. So the anticipation has built up even more, and I'm so ready. I want to love this game so badly. I got torched by the awful Halo 5 campaign, which was offset by the awesome multiplayer, but I need a good Halo campaign, and please let this be it.
I believe. I want to believe at least. I mean, that extra time is so important, right? Like, they are 343 years who said, hey, we want to make this right. We've heard what you said about the last campaign. We've heard that you want to focus on Chief. And I think they could have done Locke better if they just would have given him a character. Like, if he was a character and not just a guy hunting someone down. Anyway, that's a whole other discussion.
Yeah, we don't have time
but,
for this.
yeah, we don't. And I think they have heard and they are paying attention. Like, we're getting 4-player co-op again. There's a lot of things there. Yes, split screen, so important. And I have faith that they will do us right this time. I want to.
Yeah, new console, new engine, spiritual reboot, and focus on Chief.
Yeah.
They're all good things.
And as I weirdly just said in that other piece, I do think we're going to get some cinematic like story stuff. If it follows the trend of reveals with Halo 5, which is like they start kind of getting into the story elements.
Sydney, what are you hoping for?
Well, I mean, I'm hoping for gameplay, but I don't think we'll get it. I do think that we will get kind of a tonal cinematic trailer. I would imagine that, I think, Brian, you said this earlier, that they'll use Halo to show off kind of, oh my gosh, I'm totally thinking.
Anaconda,
yes,
Charlotte family.
Kind of show off what it can do. And anything that they show us, I will be happy with, because, and to echo what I said earlier, I want them to be ready to show us things. Like, I'm not in a hurry. Take your time. Just make sure that when you do show us and when you put the game out, that it is absolutely incredible. Like, I want this to blow me away.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's really, I really feel like there's a lot riding on this Halo from Microsoft. I mean, there is on every Halo. It's their premier game, but, you know, after 5 was roundly criticized for the campaign, 4 I thought was pretty unfairly criticized by a lot of people just because 343 wasn't Bungie. Master Chief Collection had well-documented problems. There is, I think, just there's so much riding on this game for Microsoft.
Can you say spiritual reboots? Like, what does that mean to you? Do you think previous events have even happened in this game?
They have confirmed story. It's the same story. There is no narrative reset of any kind. We're picking up where we left off, which is very interesting to see how they manage that from the end of Halo 5. But you clearly see in the teaser that we've been rolling from last year, you know, his armor is more Halo 1, Halo 2 looking. There's an art direction reset.
Yeah,
So,
just all of the presentation invokes that Halo 1 feel. And it's what we were saying before, and I think that's really what they were going for. It's like the spiritual reveal in the fact that they're taking a few steps back and looking what they did with the original Halo and trying to evoke those feelings while progressing everything forward.
Yeah. Oh, you do.
Well,
Your job.
I was just going to say, looking a little bit nearer on the horizon to Gears 5, what do we hope to see today from Gears 5, and will we get a release date?
I feel like we have to get a release date, right? Like when else would they tell us it's coming out?
There's other events, but I would prefer it to be at
Right. Well, as a fan, I'm kind of just like, well, like you have to, right?
Yeah, kind of also coming back to Microsoft being like, this is our biggest E3 ever. Like, we want that information as well, and I think that's part of that expectation.
And last year, a lot of games at my Xbox conference got release dates. Gears 5, they just said 2019, and so fast forward 1 year, it is 2019. I will eat this microphone if not a release date.
That would be
on
good
this
TV,
conference.
so I kind of hope we don't get it. So it's most likely to be Xbox's big fall game this year, or is this actually going to be the last big Xbox One game?
That's kind of what I'm feeling in my gut.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at least first party.
Yeah, it's all the new studios that they acquired, which they went over. That was a big part of last year's conference. Those are not like Band-Aid fixes. You don't just buy a studio and then they overnight make a new game that's a headliner of your first party effort. It's a long process, and it was all done with next gen in mind. So we talked about the Ninja Theory rumor / leak from earlier, but and then Ori is still out there whether it comes out today or not. But yeah, as far as like the big AAA stuff, there's no way that like Fable comes back fourth.
Hey, what's up, Ryan?
So I think Gears 5 is the quadruple A swan song for the Xbox One.
And then along with the release date, what do you expect to actually see today? Because I think they've already said they're not going to show PvP gameplay. Is that right? They're saving that for later.
Correct. That is for their E-League mini-series. So it's like a 6-part series, and then it's going to end with a tournament where they have...
Nothing much. I built my PC last week and then started trying to set up a stream for it today with E3 going on. Fucked around with settings for a good while because my settings were all sorts of messed up, and then trying to actually get my CPU to cooperate with OBS was interesting. So yeah, now we're here. Still on the fucking pre-show for Xbox's presentation, but eventually they'll start. Is it the mic audio or is it the audio for the whatchamacallit, the video?
Wait, that's interesting though, because I've never really seen Gears as being not loved. Do you mean just like not to the extent that like maybe Halo is?
Yes. Yeah, I really feel like yes. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, because I think they've been critically well received.
Sure.
I don't have the sales numbers, but I would imagine they sell pretty well for Xbox One. So.
Well, do you think again? Please stop me because I don't want to derail the pre-show too much into like a Gears of War analysis. But do you think that it's kind of the learning curve to get into the mechanics of the PvP is so...
Alright, is that any better, Ryan?
It's not the friendliest game to get into and really get into a group. You can play it, you can shoot things, cool, but I feel like understanding the cover-based mechanics or the cover movements is hard.
Yeah,
it's hard to make that feel good.
But even then, like, it's not all just about...
Yeah, it was that I had an extra channel on here for my mic, so it was probably fucking it up like that.
I mean, Fortnite's weird to get into if you've never played it, right?
That's true. I mean, I'm just trying to think of why people maybe aren't as quick to latch onto it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's also...
Yeah, because I'd normally check on my laptop, but I sold my laptop to build my PC, so I don't exactly have another screen to look off of to make sure that everything's working fine, so...
Yes, this is about found family, and there's so much love here, and it's great drama, but also chainsaws. I love that.
All right, we are just minutes away from the Xbox briefing beginning. Let's cover third-party games just for a moment because Sony gave Microsoft a great gift this year.
Nah, but today Xbox is supposed to be announcing the next-gen Xbox, so that should be interesting. I might end up trading in my One X for it.
What other third-party games might we see on the Microsoft stage today? What about Call of Duty Modern Warfare?
I would love Call of Duty. That would be...
Yeah, this is Microsoft's E3 presentation.
We got some Halo, we got some Call of Duty.
Well, right now it's just IGN's like pre-show, but today is Microsoft, tomorrow's Nintendo's, and tomorrow Nintendo's supposed to reveal the next Smash Fighter. Like it's at 11 o'clock my time. I'm pretty sure we're in the same time zone though.
Haven't seen Call of Duty. I have. There's a preview on IGN if you want to read about it. I saw 2
campaign levels, one from each perspective, and I was floored. I really was super impressed. I mean, I'm a campaign guy. I'm aging out of the multiplayer of Call of Duty, but I have.
Yeah, so we're in the same time zone. So it's at like 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, or no, Tuesday morning. My bad.
Like, I was really impressed by what they showed me, so I expect we'll see it, and I'm curious to see the reaction.
And apparently it's supposed to be like a 45-minute direct, and then there's going to be the Nintendo Treehouse with gameplay afterwards.
That's what I love.
Yeah. Call of Duty. I'm in the exact same boat. However, I will say that Modern Warfare 2's campaign was my all-time favorite.
I think tomorrow might be Square Enix.
2-over-1, huh?
Yeah, I'll be at work too, so I'm going to try to somehow watch it on my computer and not get caught by my boss.
Competent enough that it was fun at that point, and I kind of
Because I really want to see who they announce, because the rumor right now is that it's either going to be a Dragon Quest character or they're going to announce Banjo-Kazooie as the DLC fighter.
That's right. They told us you don't need one, and now they're leaning hard into it. Remember, this is, they got those ex-Naughty Dog leads that are leading the project, and they brought back a number of old-school Infinity Ward, developers after the whole Respawn thing. Google it if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm very optimistic based on what I've seen so far.
All right, now we just saw StarArs Jedi Fallen Order yesterday. Is there any chance we'll see more?
Yeah, I've wanted Skull Kid in too, but I just don't see it happening with the way Nintendo's acted around it.
One of the games I'm most anticipated for.
I mean, if I don't get Zero, you don't get Skull Kid. That's the way I see this. Like, I'm still pissed that he was revealed as an assist trophy.
Feels a little linear, right? But the 15 minutes prior to this are not linear at all. Like, you're kind of just getting set up for this mission, and I was told that you can choose to just not do this. You can just leave this planet and go somewhere else.
Cool.
And so, like, there's so much more to do here, and I hope they get to show a little bit of that today.
I'm into that.
It's like, how open is it?
So
not an open world game, right?
I don't think so, but so I had an interview yesterday. I'm working on that now.
Actually, it's Illinois, and I will fight you over this. Like, fuck Skull Kid. If I get Zero, like, that's it. I'm, like, happy. I don't care what Sakurai does for the rest of, like, Smash's existence. Like, at that point, I'm perfectly fine with anything. Like, at that point, you can throw Goku in. I don't care.
That's kind of like KOTOR. I know this isn't a role-playing game.
Yeah,
That's
that's like
sort
that,
of how KOTOR was.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so they want to give you that freedom to go and explore, and of course, like, unlock new things, so you can go back and go find new things in the place that you were previously and were blocked for some reason. So there's a big element of that too. But they said for this first demo, they really wanted to show off that Jedi action, right? Like, they didn't want people to drop out because they're just talking people walking around.
Yeah.
And so I get that, but there's also more to it.
All right, we are about 90 seconds out from the Xbox conference, so we may have
Thank
to
God.
out through to the conference. Make sure you stick around
Yes.
afterwards for all of our post-show analysis. Real quick, what about Borderlands 3? Recently announced, we will have an exclusive premiere of some new Borderlands 3 stuff right here on the show. Is that something?
Yeah, I haven't really played any Star Wars games at all, but it looks pretty decent so far.
There's no Sony stage.
I know.
So yeah,
That's fine.
and they've already announced their release date coming up. So yeah, I think it's pretty sure that we'll see some Borderlands 3 in a few minutes.
Yeah. All right, since we're just moments away from the Xbox One or the Xbox conference beginning, we're going to throw it to you any moment. Any last, hopes and dreams, predictions?
Fusion Frenzy.
Fusion Frenzy.
That's what I want to come back.
Yeah.
I always joke about it because I love that game.
Now, honestly, like, the main thing I'm hoping that Xbox reveals is, like, a release date for Halo, because I don't really give a shit about anything else unless they have a really good-looking first-party game, but then again, you could end up with another scale-bound situation, so I'm not too optimistic when it comes to Xbox's first party. Yeah, the only Star Wars game that I ever played was, I don't even remember what it was called. It was the one where you played as, like, a young, like, a young Jedi or whatever, and you got to decide between picking good and evil or whatever. That one was pretty fun. But yeah, last year at E3, Xbox announced, or they announced Halo Infinite, which is going to be the next Halo, which is going to be like a reboot of the series, kind of. But they never said anything else about it. They showed a little, like, glimpse at what Chief would look like, and it goes back to kind of the classic design that Bungie had. And also, Xbox is supposed to be showing off their Project xCloud thing, which is their cloud gaming service, which should be pretty cool because it's been rumored that that's also coming to Switch, so it would mean that you're able to stream Xbox games to the Switch. Because it's supposed to be coming to iOS, Switch, and PC, I believe.
The corporate model is the oldest and most efficient structure history has ever shown us.
Scheduled scarcity is a premium feature of colonial life. The colony must never lose faith. That is what the board provides. Security in a senseless and chaotic world.
This is Halcyon, the furthest colony in the galaxy. Proudly owned and operated by corporations. Everything we have, everything we are, we owe to them. They are always with us. No one has ever gone against them.
What the fuck is this? I'm trying to figure out if this is a new IP by Microsoft or if this is like something of a continuation of something. I don't know.
Someone who's digging up their secrets. Someone who could be a villain or a hero.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Here, hope this gun serves you better than it did me.
Or a psychopath.
Oh.
So it's another choice-driven game.
My time to shine.
I kind of get some Rage vibes from this, like the first Rage.
I suppose time will tell, but no matter who this stranger chooses to be, the Halcyon colony will never be the same.
Oh, this is the game Obsidian announced last year. Or at least, unless it's something new. But I remember they announced a new game last year. Yeah, it's the one that they announced last year. It looks like a great game. Kind of feels like a Rage kind of Fallout kind of feel, which makes sense since they made the first couple Fallout games.
Please welcome, from Ninja Theory, Ronnie Tucker and Dom Matthews.
Yeah, well, Obsidian, they made the games up until New Vegas, I believe, before they started changing shit with the Fallout series.
Ninja Theory had joined Xbox Game Studios, a move that has given us an incredible boost in achieving the creative ambition of our teams. We've started work on a number of new games at the studio, and in the near future, we'll be sharing details on all of these projects. When we joined Xbox Game Studios, we already had a very exciting game several years in the making, and we're happy to return to E3 to share this with you.
As creative director, I'm stoked to be here to share our new game with you guys. It combines two of my gaming passions, third-person action combat and competitive team.
Alright, I'll let you know, Ryan.
Our technical alpha's kicking off in just a couple of weeks, and we'd love for you to sign up, get involved, and tell us what you think. Or if you're here at E3, come and join us for a game. I really,
Alright,
I
see
really
ya.
hope you guys like it. Check it out. This is Bleeding Edge.
World premiere.
Alright, so an actual new IP by an Xbox studio. Thank God. Alright. What is this, like a hero shooter? Oh, yep, it's a 4v4. So the 4v4 melee. So it's pretty much Overwatch but melee. Oh shit, this actually looks kind of cool. So it's like a fighting. It's like a fighting game, but conceptualized like Overwatch. I'd definitely play this. The art style is really unique. From the art style, I kind of get some Borderlands vibes, which honestly isn't a bad thing. I love the Borderlands games. No, I'd definitely give this game a try, as long as it didn't get stale, like Overwatch tended to, unless they were doing events and stuff. I would definitely be down for this. And also it comes available on Game Pass, so that's always a plus. Come on, give me a release date of like today. Just say available now on Game Pass, and I will play this game right after the stream. Now, I'm kind of liking this whole quick fire thing that they're doing, where they're just like going trailer to trailer, like rather than having a bunch of interjections. Because I hate that shit so much. Okay, play with Xbox Game Pass at launch. That's always a solid thing. Wait, is the first Ori on Game Pass? Because I might have to. I still have to play that, so. If that's on Game Pass, I'll have to play that later, and then when this comes out, I'll definitely be playing it. Because the art style is so unique for this game, and the gameplay looks fun as shit. Come on, available now. Damn it. Come on, just give me a release date. Are you fucking kidding me? Why, Microsoft? Why? I've been waiting for this game now for 2 years. What? Or is this like another like Telltale spinoff? Well, I know Telltale's gone, but like, is it a Minecraft spin-off game or? What the fuck? So it's like a top-down dungeon crawler Diablo type thing? What the fuck? This is literally Diablo but Minecraft. And he's got Mjolnir? What the fuck? Why is this a thing? And it's an MMO? This is literally Diablo with Minecraft. That's fucking dope. No, this actually doesn't look too bad graphically. Like, I get that it's Minecraft graphics, but still. What the fuck is up with these 2020 release dates? Like, give me something for fall or, like, later this summer. Like, damn. Like, I get that these are solid games, but making you wait, like, until, like, fucking next year sucks.
Head of Xbox, Phil Spencer.
Come on, old Philly boy. Give me something to work on here. At least something that comes out within like the next like 3-4 months maybe. Like this shit where it's like 8 months away, like that sucks. Like, and I get the fact that you gotta hype up a game before it comes out, but damn, like you don't know how much hype it brings when you say like, oh yeah, it launches in like I don't know, say 2-3 months. Like the wait always sucks.
We on Team Xbox live for this exact moment. The moment we get to share the best of our art form here with you in LA. And the moment you get to experience breathtaking new stories, new worlds, and new heroes for the very first time. This moment isn't just about finding some new games, it's about discovering your new games. This decisive moment of discovery is etched in your gaming history, alongside your every achievement, your every moment, your every new friend. This is why we on Team Xbox are always and will be dedicated to unleashing the next new games for you to discover and love. So whether you're one of the thousands with us here in Microsoft Theater, or one of the billions around the world who play games, welcome to E3 2019.
Come on, give me some Halo news.
Right now is the
Come on, Phil.
most creative and energizing time in gaming history.
You know, this is also, like, off topic, but this is the first E3 without Reggie. That's kind of odd in all honesty. I've always looked forward to that.
Significant unifying force for the world. The expanding universe of gaming has opened a new era of creative possibility. With more games, more creators, and more industry players than ever before. And gamers were everywhere. In under 2 decades, the number of players in the world has more than tripled. Over 2 billion of us now play games in every region and on every continent. And with new technological leaps, we get to play whatever we want, with whomever we want, and wherever we want. On Team Xbox, every decision is guided by our belief that gaming is for everyone. My team and I are single-minded in our resolve to bring everyone the games they want, to connect everyone to play with the friends they want, and to empower everyone to play wherever they want. This is why we keep innovating hardware and services. It's why we're uniting communities through crossplay, and it's why we're investing with new distinctive creators. Above all, gaming is for you. This is why we scour the world for your next new games. This today is the largest showcase of games on any stage, anywhere this year.
Please make sure you can back that statement up, Phil.
Today, from the thousands of games in development across Xbox One and Windows PC, we're highlighting 60 games for you.
Okay.
Including 14 games from Xbox Game Studios.
The question is, how many of those games are actually worth a damn?
30 games premiering in Xbox Game Pass.
Okay, but how many games are coming out this year, and how many are actually worth a damn?
Showcasing all of these games over the show, we'll also announce what's next at Xbox Game Studios. Sharing our expansive plans for streaming, and of course, revealing more about our next new console. So thank you for joining us today. Let's jump in.
Is that fucking Wally? Oh, this is that Star Wars game. Oh, this actually doesn't look too bad, and I ain't a Star Wars guy at all. Wait, what actor is that? Oh, his face looks so familiar. That's gonna bother the shit out of me. Fuck, who is he? His face, it's some actor. I can't put a finger on it though. Yeah, this shit actually looks kind of sick.
We have to stop them. That's the plan.
And the graphics look pretty solid for the most part. I mean, they better. Like, Xbox One X makes it so nice for these games.
Yeah, I'm okay. You alright? No, we are not doing that again.
Alright, I probably wouldn't pick it up, but, you know, looks like a solid game for anybody who's into Star Wars. Okay, a horror game. What the fuck? Again, looks like really solid graphics, but at the same time, I don't trust any graphics from E3 demos.
Okay, Bullet.
Because we end up with a Watch Dogs situation from E3 2012.
Wait up, Bullet. Bullet!
Conceptually, this looks pretty cool so far. Not sure how to gauge it. It looks like a lot of like jump scares and shit. But atmospherically speaking, this looks pretty nice. And jump scare.
Okay, Bullet. Let's find this kid.
And it's a pentagram? Oh, no. No, that looks pretty fucking cool. I'm not into horror games too much, but that's pretty damn cool. Ah, here it is. Cyberpunk 2077. Hopefully a release date. And more gameplay if possible. I mean, I know this is a rendered cutscene it looks like, but gameplay would be great for this.
V, my man, you made it. You blowing up all over the news. Are you alone?
I just want the money.
Tell me why he got them like T-Pain glasses on. It's like T-Pain and Rick Ross had a baby.
Why don't you go to the bathroom, wash up, we gonna be with you in a minute. Oh, come on, man. Your neck, it's a mess.
Initiating combat mode. Go! Destination confirmed.
That's what I'm talking about! Alright, in and out! We're rich! Oh, we are going to the major leagues, Jackie! Jack?
The fact that they actually censor this shit. Like, you're gonna censor language while a man is bleeding out on the fucking screen. That's great.
Just think about all the good that we're gonna have, huh? Oh, sorry.
Like, this man is dying, but God forbid they say fuck.
Take the chip decks.
Every corporal cop in this city is gonna be blasting down these doors after what you and your psycho friend did. We didn't need all this tension, damn it.
Yep. Yep, perfectly fine. We can see dead bodies, but we can't say fuck. Is this E3 or is this YouTube managing Logan Paul? Asking for a friend. Gameplay?
Wake the up, samurai.
That shit got me dead. Is that Keanu Reeves? Not gonna lie, this soundtrack is pretty bumpy. That is most definitely Keanu Reeves.
Please welcome Keanu Reeves.
No fucking way.
How's it going? Hello, Los Angeles. E3. Yeah. All right. Good to see you. Thank you. All right. All right. I gotta talk to you about something. I gotta talk to you about something. CD Projekt Red. Cyberpunk 2077. All right. A while back, the guys from CD Projekt Red approached me and asked me to be a part of their new project, Cyberpunk 2077. They were going on and on about how they'd create this vast open world with a branching storyline, how you'd be able to customize your character through in-game choices. And it's not something I knew before, but I was excited by. And I'm always drawn to fascinating stories. Cyberpunk is set in a metropolis of the future, where body modification has become an obsession. You play as an outlaw, an enhanced mercenary working in the sleazy underbelly of the city. Yeah. Okay, but let me tell you, the feeling of being there, of walking the streets of the future, is really going to be breathtaking.
Yeah, this game looks really fucking solid.
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking. All right. So, I guess I gotta finish this. So tell me, do you guys want to know when the release date?
Yeah. Is that even a fucking question?
All right. Then check this out.
Fuck Keanu Reeves, man. That's great.
Whoa, hey, easy.
Mr. Hansen, am I right for the job? Okay, I'm in.
Bro, this shit looks ridiculous.
You have gone through to the other side.
Let's do this.
You know, I've never played anything by CD Projekt Red, and this is insane. Fuck. Why is everything 2020? Give me something this year.
World premiere.
Like, I get game development takes time, but fuck, I've been looking at this game for 2 years now. And I've never played any CD Projekt Red games, but 2077 looks insane. What in the absolute fuck is this? This looks like those fucking, like, Flash games you used to play, like, at school on the computer. Oh my god. Like, this is, like, prime, like, I don't know, like, back when there wasn't, like, PC gaming wasn't viable too much, and you would play those little Flash games on the computer at school or whatever, like, I'm just not a fan of the art style. I probably won't give this even a glance. Yeah, just not my kind of game. I will definitely walk right past this game. Oop, Battletoads. Come on, give me something good. Like, if this game looks good, like, instant cop. Okay, so cartoon art style. That works fairly fucking good with Battletoads. Yeah, and it'll be on Game Pass at launch. Bet. Oh shit, co-op? No, this actually looks pretty cool. Definitely feels like a good return for the series. See, this is what I was worried about. Like, sure, Phil came out and said that there was going to be like a lot of games, but a lot of those games are like filler games. Like, some of them are games that I'd never take a second look at. Like, this, no. Like, it's an interesting, like, niche kind of game, but like once the niche wears off, like, it's not cool anymore. Like, I don't see this as being something that can hold attention. I mean, sure, it'll build like a cult following probably, but I don't see it being anything big. Because, like, if you want to play where your movement is, like, 2 frames a second, I have an old laptop you could use, simulates the same kind of effect of play, like, your character moving at 2 frames per second. Yeah, like I said, another one that's just not my kind of game. So far, Xbox has had, like, 3 games here that have interested me. Out of the, what, 5 or 6 that they've showed. Or, actually, no, it's probably closer to 7 or 8, but still. See, this is the thing that always gets me about Xbox indie games. They're always, I don't know, they're a lot different than, like, what we see on, Nintendo or, whatchamacallit, on the PlayStation. Like, it's just kind of, I don't know. They have this weird like art style, and it doesn't feel right to me. Yeah, I don't really play many ID Xbox games. Never really got me interested.
Please welcome Head of Xbox Partnerships, Sarah Vaughn.
All the ID at Xbox games you just saw will premiere on Xbox Game Pass day 1.
See, this is what I was talking about. They're like, oh yeah, 34 games are launching on Game Pass, and 16 of those are ID at Xbox games, which are pretty much throwaway games in my opinion.
Play the games that you love through creation, curation, and discovery.
There's nothing against the indie developers, they're just not the kind of games that I enjoy playing personally.
My team travels the globe, seeking out fan favorites and hidden gems, and crafts partnerships with their creators, so that you can discover your next favorite game. Mind-blowing experiences, epic adventures, and iconic characters, all for you to explore. It has been awesome to see the record-breaking success developers have had in Xbox Game Pass, introducing their games to new players and creating lifelong fans. Since launch, we have tripled the number of partners in Game Pass, adding more games.
Can we add some shit to Game Pass today?
RPG, adventure, sports, puzzles, and more every single month. And of course, every Xbox Game Studios title you see today will premiere in Game Pass day 1. We are thrilled to announce new titles coming to Xbox Game Pass on console today, including Batman Arkham Knight, Metro Exodus,
okay,
Hollow Knight, and Borderlands: The Handsome Collection.
Son of a bitch. I literally just bought that fucking game like 2 months ago.
That you can start playing today.
God damn it, Xbox.
Our mission at Xbox is for you to be able to play any game with anyone, anywhere. And we know for many of you that means PC.
Game Pass for Xbox? I mean Game Pass for PC?
Last month, we announced Xbox Game Pass for PC.
Can we announce some titles for that?
Today, the Game Pass journey on PC begins.
Thank you. Is it separate?
PC players can discover their next favorite game with Xbox Game Pass. We have curated over 100 games just for PC, including favorites like Emperor Rome and Football Manager 2019.
Ugh. That was painful. The silence.
And for the first time on PC, starting with Halo Reach, the entire Master Chief Collection.
It's finally done. Thank you.
Woo! We are thrilled to share that Xbox Game Pass for PC launches in open beta today.
Okay. So how do you get on that? Brett Metro, that's gonna be interesting. Football Manager, fuck that. I already got Forza on my computer because of Xbox Play Anywhere. Wait, Gears 5 is gonna be coming? Reach. Okay, Ark. That's actually pretty decent because Ark runs better on PC anyway. Prey. Wolfenstein. I never got into Wolfenstein, so throw away for me. Rise of the Tomb Raider, not bad. Are they gonna add Shadow though? Okay, so you can join the beta today. And $10 a month. But I already have Game Pass, so...
Game Pass for PC is here now. Try it out by downloading the all-new Xbox app on Windows. And if you want it all, we have created a membership just for you. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
Oh, you fuckers.
You get everything. Xbox Game Pass for console with over 100 great games. Xbox Live Gold, an unrivaled gaming community.
Yeah, how much does it cost?
And now, Xbox Game Pass for PC at no additional charge.
Damn. That's actually not bad.
And because it's E3, everyone can jump in and play today for $1.
Bet.
Now go discover your next favorite game.
World premiere.
Okay, gotta say, this has been a strong E3 for Xbox so far. Alright, what do we got here? Some type of plane simulator? Wait, are you fucking shitting me? Is that really what this is? No fucking way. Oh my... Why? Who asked for this? Who in the ever-living fuck asked for this? Like, I get that it's a good, like, graphical showcase, but what the fuck? Unless they're gonna say, like, oh, like, this was rendered on the Xbox Scarlet. But, like, if this is just, like, an actual, like, game coming out, like, why? Who gives a shit? Like, I mean, I guess it would have the same appeal as something like Forza, but, like, eh.
Do you remember a time when armies were built and powerful cities collapsed? When the smallest of choices echoed through the pages of history. It was an age of empires.
Eh. Again, not my cup of tea. Alright, next it's kind of like Fire Emblem-esque, but, yeah, I'm just not about it. I mean, it's a remaster, so whatever. I swear, for every high that Xbox hits in this, they reach a low for me after that. Like, they're just all over the place with how they're tailoring expectations for this. And Xbox Game Studios present.
Razors? I see you at a donkey's age. Welcome to beautiful Colorado. Home to the Purple
What?
Mountains Master G of the Rockies. Hike hike through colorful canyons, get up close and personal with a wild and woolly wildlife.
Oh shit.
Sample home-cooked delicacies. Eat where the locals eat.
I think this leads more towards the quirky side of Xbox games. Y'all really like that up in Colorado? That's my favorite. I mean, I get marijuana's been illegal there for a while, but damn. So is this like some XCOM shit?
Make new friends. Colorado has colorful characters and friendly faces.
My question is, of all places, why Colorado?
See our beautiful airport. And don't forget to pick yourself up a
No, this literally looks like XCOM.
So don't be shy. Colorado's waiting for you. First round's on me. First round's on you.
Huh. I've never played a Wasteland game, so eh. Well, it looks alright.
Please welcome head of Xbox Game Studios, Matt Booty.
Booty. Hopefully the games this man announces isn't booty.
Games are at the heart of our mission.
Well, coming with a lot of energy there, booty.
We added 7 new game development studios to Xbox. It's fantastic to see some of these studios already sharing new games on our E3 stage, and there's more to come. I have the privilege of working with some of the best studios around the globe. And for me, great studios are about people, teams, and ideas. Our success comes down to one thing: creating great games that players love. And great games come from great developers. That's why I'm honored today to announce that joining Xbox Studios is Double Fine Productions.
Huh. Never played anything they've made, so I can't really gauge my expectation of this.
It's been a beacon of creativity and spirit in game development for almost 20 years, with classic games like Psychonauts, Brutal Legend, and Broken Age. I'm looking forward to Double Fine joining Xbox and seeing what we create together. Please join me in welcoming the founder and president of Double Fine Productions, Tim Schafer.
I mean, it's cool that Xbox is adding more game studios. Like, that'll always help in next gen. I can't really gauge how I feel about this because I don't have any experience with Double Fine games.
And thank you, Matt. We are so excited to be joining Xbox Game Studios. And I'm here to personally reassure you, Matt. I don't know what you've heard, but I'm a team player. Whatever you need from Double Fine, we'll make for you. Halo stuff, Forza stuff, Excel stuff, whatever you want, we are there. Yeah.
Tim, we just want you to make great games.
Oh, that's such a relief because I was totally lying. In that case, we brought a brand new trailer for Psychonauts 2. Take a look if you dare.
I never played the first Psychonauts. I wonder, is it worth playing at all? Because I remember right, didn't the first Psychonaut...
My name?
No, it didn't. I was gonna say, did the first Psychonauts come out on the 3DS? But I don't think it did.
First official day on the job. We're on a mission.
It's such an odd art style. Like, it reminds me of like some 2000s kind of animation. Like them weird TV shows that you catch on like Nicktoons or whatever in like the 2000s.
Mia, the mission is falling apart. We've lost control of Roboto. I put the old egg in the box in the basket. No, I won't tell. I won't tell anyone. I promise. No, please.
Yeah, definitely looks like an oddity of a game.
World premiere.
Another world premiere. Another Star Wars game? Yep. What is it this time? Oh, yawn. Another Lego game. The Lego games were fun for all of about like 2 years when I was younger, and like it was Lego Star Wars and Lego Indiana Jones. Now it's just excessive. Are they just making like a compilation game? That's what it looks like. And next year. Why do you fuckers do this? Release something this year. Jesus Christ, man. See, that's the thing. Y'all get ahead of yourself way too much, and then when delays happen, you wonder why your fans get pissed off. Oh, it's the new Dragon Ball game. Or is this Fighters related? Fucking Yamcha. Yeah, I think this is the new Dragon Ball game. The art style looks just as solid as it did in Fighters. It's got that cel shaded style. Fuck. Gorilla Vegeta? What's Goku about to do? Okay, just one Super Saiyan. Thought I was gonna like reveal like a new fucking transformation. Oh, is this fucking like Xenoforce 3 or? Or Xenoverse 3? Anybody or? Oh, it's Project Z. Motherfucker! Why? Would it kill y'all to announce something that releases in 2019? Like, y'all have the holiday season you gotta worry about.
You want to guess what it is?
This is an outfit for a newborn. You bought it this morning. You wanted to surprise me.
I'm sorry.
You're pregnant.
You know?
I know because you already gave it to me. This has happened before.
What are you talking about?
Oh god, it's like a freaky like deja vu kind of game.
He's going to hurt us. He says you killed your father. I need to know what happened.
Why are you doing this? My father died
of a heart attack?
No, I didn't have anything to do with...
Any second now, he's gonna knock on that door. Help me.
This isn't happening. This can't be happening.
Police, open up.
That's him.
Did you call the police?
We have a warrant. Please open the door.
I didn't do anything.
We're here to help.
Don't listen to him. I'm your only chance.
Open the door, right now.
You know me. I love you. You have to believe me.
Stop.
No.
You're under arrest.
No.
Hey!
You're home. What are you doing? Are you okay?
What's the deal with this? It's on some fucking freaky deja vu shit. This man just keeps reliving this shit over and over again. I'm not a fan of the whole like top-down thing though. Huh. Interesting, but again, another game I will probably not play unless it's on Game Pass, and then I might give it a little try. Come on, Xbox, give me something to work with. Oh, look, it's Bambi. And Bambi's on LSD. And it has electric powers. That's cool. Huh. Just saying, if you're driving on the road and you see one of those standing on the side of the road, you'd probably be best to turn around and run. Or drive in the opposite direction. Like a fucking deer glowing with flying fish behind him. Looks like a decent, like, little game. Gears 5. Bet. Release date? This year, preferably. Is this Billie Eilish? What the fuck? That was such an odd trailer.
From the Coalition, please welcome studio head Rod Ferguson.
Woo. Hey Rod, release date here. Please and thank you. Like something to play on Xbox that's worth a damn.
We're excited to announce that Gears 5 is releasing on September 10th.
Thank you. Son of a bitch, that's the same week as fucking Borderlands.
If you want to play 4 days early, you can with our Ultimate Edition or membership in the newly announced Xbox Game
Fuck
Pass
that.
Ultimate.
Fucking Ultimate Edition.
With Gears of War 4, we wanted to earn your trust. But with Gears 5, we want to push the envelope by doing new things never seen in a Gears game before. And we'll tell you all about it this summer. In July, join us for our Versus multiplayer tech test, where you'll be one of the first to play our all-new competitive game type, Arcade. In August at Gamescom, go hands-on with the all-new Horde mode and see how character abilities can turn the tide on the battlefield. In September, we return to the biggest Gears campaign ever, where we'll explore more of Kate's harrowing journey and celebrate our launch on September 10th. But what are we talking about today? Today, it's a brand new way to fight the Swarm. In Escape, you play as one of 3 Hive Busters. You and your squad infiltrate the Hive, plant the bomb, and escape with your life. Because we all know that best defense is a good offense. It's everything you love about Gears, turned up to 11.
Huh. Yeah, I never did much with Gears, but Gears 5 is looking pretty fucking promising. I need to finish Gears 4 though. I'm trying to decide if I want to do that on PC or Xbox because I haven't started it really. I played like the first area maybe. Actually no, I didn't play that one. It was the Game of the Year edition of the first one or whatever that was on Game Pass. What the fuck is this? Out here doing this elaborate ass shit to showcase Gears.
Lost everything.
Everything.
Everything except the need for revenge.
And there's Marcus.
But it's not. It's an invasion.
Where's this even gears at all? Oof. Crazy Train in the background. Or at least just Ozzy. Huh. So we're gonna throw Ozzy and Lil Jon on the same song? That's what we're doing now? Such an odd remix. Unless that's like how the actual song goes. I don't listen to Lil Jon, but what the fuck? Damn. Oh shit. Looks like some Contagion type shit. Oh, because they said the mode was escape, so what it is that there's the shit pouring in and you have to fight your way out. That makes a hell of a lot of sense. It's kind of cool.
I hope you enjoyed your Taste of Escape, an aggressive 3-player co-op experience, perfect for your living room couch. But it's not just about busting hives. You can build them too, and challenge your friends with the experiences you create.
Oh, that's cool as
And
shit.
Tonight, join me on Mixer as we challenge these 3 WWE superstars, Xavier Woods,
Xavier Woods ass ugly.
and Tyler Breeze, to survive a gameplay deep dive from right here in the Hive. For those of you at home, for the next 2 days, you and your friends can play in select Microsoft stores. So good luck out running the swarm, and we'll see you on the leaderboard. Oh, and for anyone who pre-orders or plays within the first week, we've got something special just for you.
Oh god. What are y'all doing? What? Bring that fire. On some Kevin Hart shit. Oh, well, little tagline there kind of spoiled it. Thanks, Xbox. You did a real fucking good job. Huh. Terminator and Gears. That's interesting. New Xbox? New controller? Or is this just the Elite controller? Okay, so it looks like the normal Elite controller with a little more grip on it. Wait, what? Yo! That's ridiculous. Like, if it actually gets implemented right, like, that amount of customization is insane. Oh, they actually added a fucking rechargeable battery now. Xbox is finally getting with the times. That price tag's gonna hurt though. Looks really solid as long as it doesn't have the same problem that the first model had with the like the rail on the top would break because of just wearing out because of the build quality of it. Like, it was a really good controller, but it would break because of that.
My father saved my life. He told me never to forget who I am, where I come from.
I haven't heard much on this game since they showed it last year.
My name. Getting attached is dead.
Yeet.
Because when darkness comes, I might be gone. The virus tore society apart, but I won't let it turn me into an animal.
Yeah, it looks like a really solid game, but I don't know. It depends on what the gameplay to cinematic ratio is, because like obviously the cinematics look good.
Every day the disease tries to crush us and make us forget who we are, but I keep fighting. My name is Aiden, and I am infected.
Yeah, it definitely looks... Motherfucker. So right now, all we have on the docket for this year is Gears 5. Show us something for this year. Something, another Forza expansion. Oh my god. Why? Who in the ever-living fuck asked for this? Look, I don't think there was a single soul on the planet Earth that was asking for this collaboration. Fucking Lego Ferraris and Mini Coupes. Is this like its own map? Yeah, that is definitely one of the oddest things I've ever seen.
Please welcome Ralph Fulton.
Combine McLaren's passion for design with about 500,000 of LEGO's legendary bricks. You get this incredible life-size LEGO Speed Champions McLaren Senna. Combine the beauty and freedom of Horizon with the playful fun of LEGO, you get the Forza Horizon 4 LEGO Speed Champions expansion. You will drive this Senna and more LEGO Speed Champions cars in an entirely new world, packed with inventive new challenges, new areas to explore, and loads of bricks to smash. The Forza Horizon 4 LEGO Speed Champions expansion launches this week. I'll see you there.
Oh, I thought this game was out already. Can we please get this dumpster fire over with? This is another one, like, just like the Lego collaboration, like, who in the fuck thought this was a good idea? Like, somebody over that marketing team needs to reassess just business decisions. Because Chief called, and that most certainly ain't it. State of Decay 2. I could not get into State of Decay to save my life. Like, I played the first, like, 10 minutes, and I was out of it. I guess it's kind of like the third-person, like, hack-and-slash aspect. Like, I just didn't like it. It felt too clunky, in my personal opinion. I didn't bother with the second one, but the first one was just... It felt like a complete slog.
He hasn't been seen since the outbreak.
The last time I heard his voice.
The last place he was seen was in Trumbull Valley. I've only heard whispers
Fucking weird-ass zombies.
of unseen horrors. Here, we are the many.
Here, we can become stronger.
For so long, I was just surviving.
Now people are counting on me.
This is where my story could end.
This is where my story could begin.
I thought we had seen everything.
We ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh boy, an expansion for a game that I don't enjoy. I won't discredit the people that actually enjoy State of Decay, but like, I don't know. I just couldn't, like I said, I couldn't get into the gameplay loop of it.
World premiere.
Can we get some new game releasing this year? The fuck is Sega making? Huh. An RPG, an online RPG on Xbox? What the fuck is this? See, in the pre-show, this is the exact thing that I was saying that Xbox needed to capitalize on. Because, like, these kind of games, like RPGs and shit, Xbox just, like, completely ignores them. And if they're not, like, AAA RPGs, like Ubisoft RPGs, either that or they stick to what's, safe. Like, they stick to, like, puzzle games, action games, FPS. They keep ignoring this complete market, and it's part of the reason why the Xbox One doesn't sell as well overseas as it does in the US. Because they focus on a lot of Western titles as opposed to a lot of the Eastern titles that both Nintendo and PlayStation decide to cater to when they're releasing games. It's just a matter of finding a balance between the two. Ah, but this shit looks sick. It looks good, but it depends on how well it's actually implemented. I don't know about it being online. I've never played Phantasy Star before, but it looks pretty cool.
Those of you who have played Phantasy Star know that this game had influenced many of the most popular games today. So with great delight, we welcome Sega back to our stage and Phantasy Star back on Xbox. As we said, our goal on Team Xbox is to bring you the world's best games. Meeting with developers, playing their games, and introducing you to their games, these are the best parts of my job. back at E3 2017, when I first met with the creators of this next game, they shared their ambition to bring their massively popular game with its passionate community of 650 million PC players to the entire world. I'm happy to announce our partnership with the legendary team at Smilegate. Their approach to game design demonstrates sheer creative boldness. Next year, you'll discover the newest entry in this landmark franchise. On console, for the very first time, only on Xbox. This is Crossfire X.
What?
World premiere.
Graphics look pretty good, but it's also pre-rendered, so until it's in-game engine or in-game footage, I'm not judging that. Like, this is all cool and all, but kind of want to find out what the concept is. Like, sure, there's guns, but what the fuck is the concept of this game? Like, because if you just have in there that it's like, okay, it's got guns and shooting, like, so does just about every other fucking game, AAA game on the market. Like, what makes this special compared to, like, COD or Battlefield is... Yeah, extremely weary of it. It seems very, like, generic, kind of, from what they let on so far.
World premiere.
Is this like some No Man's Sky shit? Bandai Namco, so... decent developer. Damn. What is this? What the fuck did I just watch? Oh, this looks cool as shit. I get some major, like, Final Fantasy Xenoblade vibes from this, which is definitely a good thing because I love both series. Motherfucker. Just release something for 2019. Please. Borderlands.
Sirens in the universe. I used to be one of them. My name is Lilith.
So Lilith isn't a siren anymore? Wait, how is Lilith not a siren anymore? probably where that DLC is gonna come in that leaked. Unless this is said DLC. No, this is for Borderlands 3. The Beastmaster. That's definitely what I'm gonna end up going with in Borderlands. Come on, can you show Krieg? Fucking claptrap. Come on, just show the Kriegs in the game.
Children of the Vault is a psycho cult. 10 billion followers demand we
So another cult thing, so like some Far Cry 5 type shit, I guess.
We've got another proposal for them.
Come on, just show me Krieg. I just want to know if he's in the game or not. Oh, so the delay didn't happen that they thought was going to. Because I remember seeing online that they were talking about a delay for Borderlands. There's more? Oh. Well, yeah, obviously. They announced that earlier. The new DLC, yeah. Available today. That. So that's probably how Lilith, like, isn't a siren anymore, I guess.
World premiere.
Because otherwise that makes no sense that she said she used to be one of the 6 sirens in the universe. Oh, this is that RPG that's gonna be like I don't remember what it's called, but I remember hearing about this. Dude that made Game of Thrones is working on it.
You could even imagine it. That which commanded the stars, giving life its fullest brilliance. The Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring. Shattered by someone or something. Don't tell me you don't see it. Look up at the sky. It burns.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty solid game. I'd like to see more gameplay out of it before I make a definitive opinion on it. But seeing the cutscenes, it looks pretty decent. But it's by From Software, so it's probably gonna be hard as shit. I still haven't finished Sekiro, so yeah, there's that.
Please welcome back Phil Spencer.
Welcome, Phil. You got any Halo news for me? Got any Halo news?
Thousands of Xbox games are in development for you right now. Just today, we showed you 60 games. We are now experiencing an unmatched expansion of creativity on Xbox.
That was really 60 games.
Gaming for you means
I saw like
connecting
maybe
all of these
10 that I
creators
actually like
to all of
enjoyed.
you.
What the fuck?
Last fall,
But largely the biggest takeaway here for me would be the Game Pass Ultimate with at no extra cost. That's nice.
By bringing Xbox to the cloud. We
xCloud.
will do this in 2 ways. Through Project xCloud.
Come on, please tell me there's a beta open today.
Through console streaming. 2 months ago, we connected all Xbox developers to Project xCloud.
Come on, beta starting today.
We invite those of you here at E3 for our first public hands-on.
You son of a bitch. Fuck you, Phil. Fuck you.
The freedom to play right here at the show. And you'll have 2 ways to stream. There's a new platform feature, console streaming. It turns your Xbox One into your own personal and free xCloud server. Whether you're using a console in our data center or your console at home, this October you'll be able to use our hybrid gaming.
Well, I mean, at least it's this year and not making us wait until like middle of 2020.
Where you play is now entirely your choice. You decide. So let's talk about our next console.
Scarlet. Guarantee it's not until like next holiday season or some shit like that.
Console is vital and central to our experience. We heard you. A console should be designed and built and optimized for one thing and one thing only, gaming. So the same team that created the world's most powerful console, Xbox One X,
created even more powerful console.
Its groundbreaking processor and the Elite controller. The same team that engineered the world-class compatibility of today's Xbox One consoles. The same team that set the bar for live gaming services with Xbox Live. This same team set out on a new mission to create the future of gaming for you.
Come on, Xbox, don't let me down.
When we think about the future of gaming, it's not just PC, it's not just console, it's not just mobile. It's really all of the above.
Xbox is all about choice. We're investing in technology all throughout the game stack.
The games you want with the people you want on the devices that you want.
And for us,
just give us a
that
name.
Starts with our next generation console. We don't want to build just another console. We truly want it to be transformative.
Holy shit.
More immersion, more
That man's beard was insane.
More detail.
So how do we make it easier for people to get into the game, to stay in the game?
One of the things that gamers and developers are incredibly excited about is reducing load times.
I'm an RPG gamer, and so like loading screens are a thing.
Sitting there in the fake elevator because you know that the game's loading in the background. It's just an elevator ride forever.
That's our goal with gaming, is that you don't have those pauses.
This generation is going to be a bigger leap than any generation we've done before.
At the heart of our next generation console is our custom designed processor, leveraging the latest Zen 2 and Navi technology from our partners at AMD.
Oh,
From a
shit.
pure processing perspective, this is 4 times more powerful than the Xbox One X. We're leveraging high bandwidth GDDR6 to ensure that we're getting the best performance possible.
It's
Yo, they're using Zen 2 chips already.
We've never seen before. Like, never seen before.
We're looking at frame rates up to 120 frames per second.
Oh my god.
Variable refresh rate.
Next gen ray tracing. It's real time because it's hardware accelerated for the first time ever.
What the
I'm
fuck?
personally most excited about is the SSD.
Wait, they're putting an SSD on the damn thing?
New generation of SSDs. We're actually using the SSD as virtual RAM.
We're seeing more than 40 times performance increases over the current generation.
The combination of the SSD and the solid-state drive are really what gives you a totally new experience.
Now we can take all of that power and apply it back into the scene, so we can actually generate more life in that world and bring it to the gamer in a seamless way.
So that then you're fully experiencing what the game developer wants you to experience.
When you can move through worlds without waiting for screens to load, that speed, that performance is what the next generation is about.
This is the most immersive console experience ever.
Oh my god.
What we really want to do is give developers the power to build the game they've always envisioned.
We have hundreds of people across both our first-party
Fuck,
studios
now I'm excited.
as well as our
They're using
third-party
Zen 2
studios,
architecture already?
working on those next-generation experiences.
Like, I can't get over that. Zen 2 architecture plus an SSD.
Content at Xbox Game Studios. There's 13 studios, 7 in the last year. That's a big family.
At 343, for us, it's always about more seamless worlds with the next generation. We can bring the world to life in a way we've never experienced Halo before.
We're delivering 4 generations of content better than you've ever seen them before.
This console is especially
Wait, it's gonna be back
awesome for
compat?
Game Pass members. With the faster load times, you're going to be able to experience all the games within just a snap of your fingers.
Old controller?
Giving gamers the option to connect across devices and across platforms in a way that we never were able to before.
This isn't just a console launch. This is about the future of gaming.
Your games, your achievements, your progression, your accessories, your console gaming experience with Xbox, it all comes forward with Scarlet.
Is Scarlet actually going to be the name? Oh, no, it's Project Scarlet.
It eats
See, I called it.
monsters for breakfast.
Holiday 2020.
This is Project Scarlet, the most powerful and highest performing console.
Like I said before, it makes you wonder when PlayStation's going to make their announcement, though.
Creators to unleash their boldest creative visions and optimized for players to enjoy the ultimate gaming experience on a console anywhere. Immersive experiences begin at the very heart of the console, at the silicon level itself. Together with our partners at AMD, we have co-engineered and custom designed a state-of-the-art processor for Project Scarlet. Power you could see defined previous generations. Power and performance you can see and feel defines Project Scarlet. When we talk about freedom to play, when we talk about Xbox in the cloud, when we talk about streaming your games, Project Scarlet and all of its power and all of its performance is the foundation of our future in console and the formation of our future in cloud. We launched Xbox 18 years ago with a game reviewers called the definitive reason.
And Halo's going to be a launch title.
Well, because humanity was and is worth saving.
That sucks waiting for Halo until holiday
We will launch
2020.
Project Scarlet with Halo.
Sucks having to wait for Halo, but it'll be nice having it on the next gen.
Daddy's listening. Can you say hi? Hi. And how big are you? I'm big. Can you tell Daddy how big you are? Are you so big? Too big. And can you sing? Good singing. How about I miss you? Miss you. And I love you. I love you. I love you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. And I can't wait to see you. Can you say see you? See you. And bye-bye.
Wait, is this supposed to be John? Or is that going to be John?
fucking Echo 216. Can you hear me?
No, that's not John.
This is you, Ennis.
That's John. Wait, John's dead? Oh wait, no, he's just floating in space. Or it's not John at all. It's just the armor.
Looks like the main power cells are fried. Auto shut down. Triggering survival mode. I'm going to try to overwrite. Okay. If you can hear me in there, I hope you're ready. Please don't die. Please.
Also, that is John. This game actually looks really fucking good.
Welcome back, Chief. I rerouted what little power I had into your suit. Looks like there's a problem with the servos in your hands. Stay calm. You've been out there a while. I know I saw something in here to check your armor's diagnostics. Whoa, easy there, big guy. You're not...
Status report.
Status report? What? There's something you need to see, Chief. We lost. Lost everything. There's nothing left for us here.
So is this following up Halo 5, or what is this?
No. Not then. Not again. We need to run.
No, we need to fight.
What a bitch.
I chose you because you were special. I knew we would be perfect together.
Oh, so it is a follow-up.
And I was right.
Or is it? So Chief's gonna fight Cortana, right? Again? Kinda? Whatever? Okay, Terminator again, who cares? Overall, a very solid show by Microsoft, although it's only a handful of games that I'd actually personally play myself. They did have a bunch of solid announcements today. And also, Next Generation is looking really good. Game Pass, I'm liking what they're doing there. Gears 5, and then Halo Infinite, like. And you best believe if they have a Project Scarlet edition of the next-gen console, I will probably pick it up if it is, like, in fact, a, like, red console. Alright, any last minute announcements, Xbox? Alright, so it looks like that's about it.
Welcome back to IGN Live at E3 2019. The Xbox E3 briefing just wrapped. There's a lot for us to cover, so much. Here to help me are Miranda, Ryan, and Sid. We are jumping right in, starting with the moments that got us the most excited. This is Replay, powered by Mountain Dew and Game Fuel. Let's start with Miranda. Halo Infinite.
I'm feeling so many things. I mean, when you love something so much and you hear like a musical cue, like your heart just fills. It's like, I gotta go pick up a controller. Like, I have to go play Halo again. And we know we're gonna play the next Halo. Vaguely.
Yeah.
Holiday